Hey, what are you for real though? How old are you?
No, take a guess.
Gotta be younger than me, dog.
You're military, so I'll say you're
27.
27. What you?
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go. I gotta take. Let's see. Just checking you out.
You fucking size them up.
Yeah, you got some tattoos, so I'm thinking
don't
like
let the,
at least 18 plus. You know,
don't let the tan fucking throw you off.
Well, I know you've been out in scuba diving and stuff.
Right.
I'm gonna say you're in your 30s. I'm not giving you a number. I'm gonna say like maybe 35.
I'm 30. I'll be 32 at the end of August.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
so
cool.
like,
Oh shit, you are older than me then. Okay, man.
A little bit though. How old are you?
I'm about to be 30.
All right. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's a milestone.
30.
Creeping up on it, man.
Be a man now.
Right?
So it's not like you. Once you're like 30, you're officially an adult. You know.
Dude,
I don't even know about that.
I'm like
I think when you're 30, you start to grow up.
True.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think your 20s, you fuck off for a
Yeah,
long time.
Dude,
I
I was young. Like, you know, like, I'm like, from 26 to 30, I feel like a fucking difference. From like,
yeah.
Like just aches, pains.
There's the point in the late 20s that you hit where you're just like, I don't want to fucking go out anymore. I just, like a good Friday night, it's like, I'm going to just fucking chill at home,
Mm-hmm.
order some fucking Uber Eats or something.
And you're cool with it. And you're cool
with
this
it.
out.
You're like, I hope no, and then like, you're like, I hope nobody fucking calls me.
When you turn down a good time.
Yeah.
When you turn down a good time, that's when you know you're like, damn, I grew up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and I've also talked to like a lot of older people too, like older, I say like 40 or 40s, 50s, and stuff like that, and they said their 30s were like their best time because they were still young enough and they had money at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say 30s are also. I mean, dude. I mean,
welcome to the time of your life.
And
my late 20s are badass as far as like if for a single bachelor, like I can't ask for.
Well, I would say my 20s were a little rough. You know, like my disability happened when I was 16, so like it takes you a while to kind of like grasp that. You know.
Yeah.
So,
I have a
20s was
theory
rough
where if you get injured as a spinal cord, you stay at that age, like you hover at that age for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's what I would say. You're like 5 years back.
Yeah, and I was like a month from my 21st birthday, so I fucking
From your 21st.
Yeah, so I was like late 20s for 4 or 5 years, if you know what I mean. Like going out to the
how'd you go again?
I was swimming off the coast of Camp Pendleton.
Okay.
And dove into a wave and hit my head on a sandbar.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was like my C456, and just pretty much fucking went dead from the neck down. And was floating for about 4 minutes before my buddy came and got me.
That's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah, I remember thinking like, fuck, I'm at the end of my rope. Like, called my mom this morning, talk and told her I love her and see her soon.
So you got to say that, huh? That's your thing,
yeah, and that was it. I was like, if this is it, this is it, and at least I got to say that. So
that's good.
Fucking
crazy.
Blast me off into the next fucking dimension.
Right. So did you go through like a time of that in your 20s too, where you were like kind of?
Dude, my early 20s, I fucking. It was, it was. I mean, I don't think there was a night that I took off from going out. It wasn't even staying in. It was like going out to the local pub.
Everybody know your name.
Dude, they had
I think we all kind of been there before, right?
Yeah, they had the fucking drinks ready by the time I got through the door.
Right.
Oh yeah, the usual.
Yes, same. I don't drink anymore because of that.
I used to go out like every weekend, man. No matter what, every weekend. But I mean, I would go out on the weekdays too. Applebee's.
We used to Applebee's too. We get down around. Applebee's was the.
Yeah, that's a spot, huh? Down here.
Recently got
that's
drunk at McDonald's.
Wild Wings. Oh yeah, Spain. I saw that.
Spain had beer at McDonald's.
So was it good beer though? Like what did it taste like?
Like a Corona.
Oh, I guess it's Spain.
Yeah, hey man, it's alright. It's cool. Like I was like, oh, it's $2.
Hey, before we get too deep into this, I want to just do a quick intro.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? It's Tim Dixon with my crippled friend. This is episode 12. I'm actually shooting live on location down here in Houston. I'm on a fucking quick-ass layover. Just decided to do some fucking cool shit. I'm over here at Zach Pitbull Ruhl's house. Somewhere, I don't know, fucking 20 minutes somewhere. Fucking deep from the airport.
We're in the swamp.
Yeah, I don't even,
Houston.
dude.
Yeah.
We were driving and I was like, just checking my compass. And I'm like, where the fuck are we?
Yeah, I was going to message you and be like, dude, I promise you're not taking that little Lizzie kill you. I promise.
So we got Zach Ruhl, and then we got Brent David Key. who prefers to go by his 3 names
Yeah,
at all
full-
time.
yeah.
At all time.
At all times.
Keeping it classy.
Yeah, we were in.
Does anyone ever call you like BDK?
No. But I don't really have a nickname. I got one nickname, and it's not really a cool one, so I could take like a BDK.
I'd totally go with like the BDK killer.
Yeah.
What is your nickname?
Two Shoes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the story. What like?
Yeah.
So the story behind that is I sell like wheelchair accessible vans, and so I got like
And
I have a little
wheelchair
more cushion.
accessible van accessories.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so when I buy shoes, because like I'm not a very stylish guy, I just buy the same pair of shoes in 2 different colors, black pair and brown pair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sneakers are a little different, but
Black
dress
Nikes?
shoes. Yeah, because you gotta have black pair and brown pair. So I bought 2 pair, and then one morning I woke up and like the lights were kind of like yellow lights. They weren't quite bright enough, and I'm a little colorblind, and yeah, I put a brown pair on and a brown shoe on and a black shoe on and went to work. And I was like having a bad day. I was like, man, this like traffic was shitty and stuff. And I get there and then I look down and I got 2 different color shoes. But the funny part was like
Who noticed first?
I was like telling people about it at the office, but the funniest part was when I had to interact with customers. They were like, I didn't tell them anything, but I could like totally catch them like checking out my shoes, and they were like, what the hell? So that's how I got my name. So yeah, if I could get a better name than 2 Shoes, I'll take it.
I like 2 Shoes, dude.
I'm talking BDK killer, man.
BDK 2 Shoes.
Yeah, I got legs and Pitbull.
Yeah.
How'd you get Pitbull?
I got into like a little fight in Miami, my first Wadapalooza. Yep, some dude was
Is that
like,
what's Waterpalooza? Is that what I think it is?
it's a CrossFit competition.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, well, now they have an adaptive division and they allow like cripples to compete with one another. And I was there with like one of the first people that were like the hosting it, you know, like live. And we were out and about, and some dude, like him and some dude got into it, and I ended up getting out the cab and hit nobody, and he fell, and then he was like, Zach, Pitbull, Ruhl, he ended up like, and then he said it the next day at the competition, like while we were competing, and I changed my Instagram name, and then it just stuck.
Yeah. It's stuck, huh?
Then I started like getting, people like, hey, Pit.
It's fucking perfect though, because it's like, imagine if you got down on all fours, you'd have like a Pitbull type stance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
And
that.
If he's coming after you probably think he's like.
And they say the owners and their dogs like look similar, and they're both wearing white right now.
That's true. Where at Ferguson? Come here, buddy.
Yeah.
So dude, come here.
Oh, dude, he was scared shit.
Yeah, probably
He was
like
like, yeah, he don't like fellow cripples.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
what were you doing in Spain?
A TV show actually. Dude, don't ask me to say the name of it. I don't want to slaughter
Was
it.
it Real World?
It's pretty much like the Jimmy Kimmel of Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just like a talk show. They have you do like a bunch of games and stuff like that. But I mean, I met Daddy Yankee. That was cool. Dance with Daddy. I mean, dance with him. But
Is this in English or do they have translators?
no, they had a translator in my ear, but it's all in Spanish.
So you were telling me that like the translator person was good in practice, but when it came to like the time of like recording it, they were a little off.
Oh man, she wasn't like. I want to say like wasn't even a second difference in the rehearsals. Like they were talking, she was like boom boom delivering it right. So we were like on point. When it came down to the get down, like showtime, she was like about 5-6 seconds behind. You know, and I'm like waiting on her to finish before I'm like.
It's all
answering.
dead air.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I watched it last night, and I once you told me that, like, cause they like what?
Did you say you hear my voice? Yeah, aquí.
But you could tell you were waiting. Like you had to wait for a second, and then like oh.
I was like, man, this is going
It's
terrible.
like the news delay.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's got to be hard, because like I would totally mess that up and be like,
Bro, I was huffing.
What am I supposed to do with my hands?
I was huffing and puffing. But, I mean, but
Were you sweating? I was wondering, were you sweating when Pitbull hugged you? Like, did you get?
Oh yeah, I was
So
trying.
he got your sweat.
I was trying to get him covered. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of cool.
Wait, what city were you in?
Madrid.
Oh, dope. I got a bunch of friends in Madrid I've been wanting to go visit. Is it what's the like wheelchair accessibility rating?
Ooh, no. None.
Like on a scale of like
1 to 10?
no, I'm thinking like Southeast Asia to
Houston,
Houston
Las
is pretty
Vegas.
accessible.
pretty good.
Las Vegas.
Vegas sucks.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
That's not bad. They're
Yeah.
just
Dude,
you
Vegas.
Just gotta,
Vegas.
Like, no.
No.
Go over shit.
Vegas is scooter friendly.
True.
Think about all the fat asses that live there and fucking
Oh yeah.
people.
Oh, but dude,
cruise
I
around
was
and
riding a
just
scooter in
buffets.
Madrid too. They got them fucking like little Uber scooters.
Oh, the
Hell yeah, dude. I looked like I was riding a Harley, bro. I was like, man.
You just sit on the deal. That's badass.
Do you still skate around or?
Man, if I have a board,
full-time
I mean,
dealer?
yeah. Well, I mean, no, not really. I mean, I used to, bro.
Yeah.
Were you on a
Man.
skateboard not too long ago though?
I don't know, probably.
Maybe you just talked about it.
I don't know, man. Like I used to ride it all the time. Like that's all. Like if you'd asked me, how old am I 20? If you'd asked me 3-4 years ago if I'd have been on a wheelchair, I'd have told you, fuck no, there's no way.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Paco Torres from Tucson, but he's a he's a quadruple amp type kind of guy.
Mhm.
I don't know exactly how to describe him,
But
but
attitude from
he's
hell, man.
he's got some weird immune disease. But he gets around on a skateboard full time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, I did it for a long time, man. But I mean, yeah, I think, dude, like I would go in the club. I mean, I'm not down in it. Like, man, I thought it was like cool. I mean, it's first of all, it stood out like crazy, you know.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
again, like it's kind of nasty if you go to a club and you're like kind of got your hands on the ground and people gotta be like, "Now what's your name?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what's your name?"
And you're just down there living at fucking
Mm-hmm.
crotch sweat level.
Yeah, and I noticed like okay, like I kind of noticed I get the same attention I would on the skateboard on the wheelchair, just from being like bigger than the
Hot
average
chick.
dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hot chick. Every time we come in a room, everybody's looking at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I had to make the switch.
Right.
Yeah.
That was like like the hardest thing for me to adjust to when I got first hurt, because I'm 4 or 5, something like that. So like going from being up tall to being short and having conversations in crowds and shit.
Yeah.
It took some adjusting, because like when you're tall, you can get in the back of a crowd and still be heard. But like when you're small, you got to be up in the mix to be heard. You know, and that was like a big, because I don't like a lot of attention, even though I'm like on YouTube and shit. I really don't like a lot of attention like real life.
Man, it sucks, dude, because it's like
Kind of got to get it now.
you really do. You have to seem like a dick kind of
Yeah.
in a crowd. I feel like you
Sometimes.
do. Like I shoved a dude in Spain pretty far, but he was like trying to hike over me.
Yeah, you were telling me that. That's some bullshit, by the way. Don't be trying to like walk over a handicapped person.
Yeah, when
ever.
he
That's
hiked-
not
he-
acceptable.
He
in
was
any
like
country.
facing me too.
We need the backstory.
No, I was just sitting there in the crowd, dude. But I mean, it was like a crowd for real because it was like Liverpool like fans were there
Soccer.
because the
Spain
soccer
is
game was
big.
there, right?
Yeah, football.
And then so we were
Shout
sitting
out
there in the
Spanish
crowd,
countries.
and some dude just kind of shoves his way, and I see him coming. Then he like hikes his leg up and like straddles me, and I
Oh.
Right?
Now wait, did he give you crotch side or backside?
no, he was facing me.
Oh,
Like,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So I shoved him, and I was like, "Hey, bro, you gonna step over me?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And man, dude, it took everything I had. I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" I was like,
You should have like headbutted him right in the dick.
I don't know. Yeah. Tommy was like, whoa, my manager or whatever. And he was like, chill. And I was like, this dude. He was like, I know. I was like,
No one got it on film?
No. Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, that would have been good, because that is not acceptable.
I don't think nobody would have blamed me. Yeah.
No, not at all. Yeah, cop him like, yeah, I'll do it.
That's why I always try to take the window seat on an airplane.
Man.
I don't know if you guys are the same way.
No, I try to do this. First of
Yeah.
all, I love airplanes.
Understand.
I love the shit out of airplanes. Anytime I can look out the window and check the wings out and stuff,
Yeah.
I love that. But no,
I don't know if I
saw
like
an
sitting.
incident.
I don't know if I like sitting behind the wings anymore after that last accident.
I'm cool with that. If we're going down, I want to watch it. You know?
Oh god.
No, the plane didn't go down. The fucking engine like sucked in a bird or some shit happened and it fucking spewed out like engine debris and ripped off the side of the plane and only one chick died.
Shit,
What?
man.
Like imagine
I tell you
being
what, though, if that's how I die, that's how I die. You know, most of y'all gonna die in your sleep. I'll just die, get sucked out of an airplane at 30
Bro,
minutes.
so a pigeon got like ran into the train from terminal to terminal, ran into my train and like blew the fuck up like right by me, dude. It was like, bow,
Hit the
right,
train?
and yeah. So I'm like, it's like hit right here, and I'm looking at Tommy and I was like, dude, was that fucking lightning? And he was like, no, dude, like something ran in, and I was like, it's a
just
pigeon.
feathers.
Yeah.
So you say you got back from Colombia? You're out there?
Bonaire.
Bonaire.
Yeah, I was out there scuba diving with the Life Waters team
Yeah.
and some of the athletes.
Yeah, tell us a
from-
little about that, because like that's something cool. I just kind of became aware of not too long ago.
Yeah, no, I came up with the crazy idea to try scuba diving. I met a few Cripple buddies through wheelchair rugby, and they were just talking about diving and, hey, have you gone? And I was like, no, never even considered it, but got hooked up with Life Waters last year and got certified and went to Cozumel in September and just got back from Bon Air like 4 hours ago. But yeah, man, it's incredible. I mean, the place itself is just like, I don't know if you guys know where it is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a geography major,
Well,
so
the only reason I know is because I did like a test scuba dive thing with the dive pirate people, and they were telling me about.
Okay.
I had to look it up.
Yeah, I had to look it up too. I was like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I do not.
Yeah, it's like 70 miles north of Venezuela.
Oh, okay. So gorgeous.
So,
then.
yeah, so like
Yep. Yep.
I had some ex-girlfriends that were Venezuelans, and they told me like Aruba and that area.
Yeah, they call it the ABC Islands.
Yeah.
It's like Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff in Venezuela. I also like weather, so there's like this spot in like Maracaibo.
Yeah, they're going through some shit.
They are going through some shit. Shout out to my Venezuelan people.
But
they got some light. A place that always has lightning.
I'm completely unplugged. Did I miss anything big while I was gone?
Man,
well, nothing big.
I don't know much either.
For a hot minute.
I was just in the hospital and like some Venezuelan chick, like kind of cute, wanted to like take care of me while I was in there. Then like her mom called her while she was in the hospital.
That's her job, dude. She was a nurse.
No, she was just on my Instagram, yeah. So she just like came in like yeah, my bad.
Are you the kind of guy that like falls in love with strippers and you're like, bro, she loves me?
Not at all. I actually hate strip clubs. Dude. I can't stand fake whores.
Oh, dude. Oh. You gotta come up to Portland sometime. You find the real whores.
Like I just like I mean, if I was gonna feel accomplished, I would feel more accomplished about going to a club and bringing one home.
Hey, what about
yeah.
Season Conquer.
So there's a spot in Portland called the Lucky Devil, and on Tuesdays they have Tiny Tuesdays.
Midgets?
It's midgets.
Oh my god.
No shit.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Dude, that's awesome.
We should get Tommy.
We gotta do that.
He'd put like 6 midgets on.
No lie. I've always wanted to be a strip club DJ. Like, I have a
playlist. Dude, you could totally do it. You look the part right now.
Oh, dude. I always wanted to have strippers pay me money to watch them get nicked. That's what I just think that's awesome.
I'm not tripping.
It's a good environment. Like, everybody's there to have fun, typically. I mean, you got the drunk out from time to time, but I just thought that'd be awesome. The fact that we could, like, employ some short people, that'd be fun.
Portland strip clubs are, like, not what you think, like when you think strip clubs.
George, I know you're watching. You got that hookup at G Cabaret. We can make this happen.
Yeah. George.
There's like
promoter day. Shout out.
There's like vegan strip clubs. There's like a steakhouse strip club. The owner's like a rancher.
Oh.
And he like raises his own cattle. Dude, they actually, if you look up like top 10 steakhouses in Portland, you'll find the Acropolis, and they're just known for like their $5.99 steak bites and.
You know what's funny is like strip clubs really do have like good food. Like St. James, you ever been to St. James here in North? Shout out.
I've only been once, and that was for like a bachelor party.
That place is amazing. Yeah, they have a swimming pool.
You've only ever been to one strip club in your life?
No, I've only been to St. James. I've only been to 3 strip clubs. I've only been to 3 strip clubs. No lie, I've only been to 3.
In this state?
In ever
in the world.
Seriously, man.
Dude, I've been to 3 in Houston.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta go check out St. James.
I've been to
one. They got a
Florida.
stage where like the floor comes up. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ferguson wants to be part of the podcast.
Or I've heard. Yeah, Ferguson's got some love. I don't know if you're going. Yeah, you can see his little head on
camera. Yeah, man.
When's the last time you fed this thing?
About 5 minutes ago, it looks like, right?
He's lean.
Well, Ferguson's getting heavy.
Man, dude, he gets heavy, but it's funny because like, he gets a little spoiled because if I don't give him like bacon grease on his food, sometimes he won't eat it.
You're talking about that.
That's what I'm saying. So I haven't been doing it lately, so he gets a little skinny, but he will get fat as
fucking
shit.
Fucking millennials.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he's spoiled, dude.
He's entitled.
Mm-hmm.
My brother just got a golden retriever.
Mm.
You have a service dog or anything like that?
I thought about it, but I travel way too much,
and
it's just
man.
like.
I probably could pull it off at work. You know?
Oh, my mom didn't help me take care of him. I couldn't do it, dude.
I've been wanting to get a dog for so long, but it's just like with all the
it's like the best thing ever, though, to me, dude.
No, it's amazing.
Kid, man.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Seems like I'm so good, so good.
No, so looking forward to being like a dog uncle. You know, just hanging out with old Charles Barkley. That's what they named him. Charlie.
I always tell people, I'll
Charlie.
even babysit for all Ferg sometime. Any of my friends want to let me hold their dog for the weekend, I'll do it.
How'd you come up? Wait, speaking of Ferguson, are any of you guys UFC fans?
I am.
Oh, back in the day.
Dude,
I got stuff going.
I'm assuming Ferguson won last night
Yeah.
by it was a 3-rounder. Wait, don't.
Oh man.
Was it a cut?
Like
It was bloody as hell though.
Swell. I think Cerrone blew his nose and it came
Oh,
out.
that's
Oh
dude.
my
He blew it
goodness.
because he's got a broken nose. Yeah, what an idiot! Why did he do
He
that?
said he's a veteran. He's like, man, my
He
bad. I
should have
messed up.
fucking known better.
Yeah.
There was who else did that? There was another guy that did that.
I want to
like
say
a couple
Bailey
years ago.
Silva. Somebody.
No.
I thought Bailey Silva had like his nose broken.
I thought it was some like Frankie Edgar or something.
Oh,
got his
it might
nose
be, yeah.
cracked and he fucking.
But that's
not. Yeah.
But man, it's a good fight, dude. They need to run it back.
I figured.
Man.
What was it? Second round?
Yeah.
Damn. It should be a fucking 5-rounder, anyways.
Dude, it has been a great fight. Like I wish they got to finish. They got to win
Cejudo won.
Yeah.
By a decision.
I forget.
I forget the thing shuts off after 20 minutes. So.
What?
My camera shuts off after 20 minutes. I was like, go, so.
Yeah.
I think we got this.
I should have right as the Cerrone fight was happening. Damn, I'm trying to think of. Oh.
Wait, there was a women's fight too, right?
There was, but who fought? What was the girl?
It was Valentina Shevchenko.
There you go.
And she was fighting who? Jessica Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm guessing the fucking European chick just
Mollywopped her.
Hulked out on her.
I like that.
Mollywopped her.
Mollywop somebody.
Dude, Mollywop, right? I used to say that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did it so
man, I
funny,
totally
where you
forgot.
use it for anything.
I was gonna try to find that fight online last night, but
What'd you think about the What'd y'all think? Oh, did y'all keep up with boxing and
a little bit.
heavyweight?
Oh yeah, you're talking about
Mexican,
fucking Ruiz and
yeah. That's nuts.
you
dude.
don't have any like Latino in you, right?
No. Well, I'm from Texas. I feel like we got like by proxy a little.
I feel like if you just had the stats, I could totally mistake you for
No, just
Puerto
all
Rican.
man. That's all.
a Puerto Rican.
Yeah, something like
No,
a
just a light.
I do got a good tan going on.
No, like a light skinned Mexican.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? I work with a Mexican lady and I put my arm up against hers and I'm darker than she is.
Yeah.
Actually, I've always wanted to get a quad's opinion on our podcast. So, do you feel like
Well, this is my show, so.
Yeah, I know.
No, go
But
ahead.
that's what I'm saying. I'm curious now you're here though, because I'm just curious. I've never asked quad. Do you feel like more quads you meet have have more attitudes than the other people in wheelchairs?
Ooh, I don't know about
That's a
that.
good question.
Hey,
I don't know about that.
Dude, cause it's like a, I mean, I'm pretty sure you heard,
is
rumor
that
has
the,
it
is
quads
that the
are
basketball stereotype about quads? Because we got them about y'all. And,
Oh, really? So let's hear
Yeah.
it. So
Well,
I'll spill the beans.
yeah.
I'll spill the beans because I feel like I don't know shit anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like,
We're
and
gonna-
I feel like it just has to do with the situation. You're pretty independent, but like a lot of quads aren't as independent. Therefore, you got to ask for a lot of shit, you know. So
Man, I know.
some quads get a little bossy from time to time, and that gets to their head. I feel like, and they get a little sassy.
Man,
And the
I
next
know
thing you know, it turns
cripples talk
into-
shit about me. I know cripples.
Oh yeah,
talk shit.
I don't talk shit, but I just say like you're crippled, but you're like able-bodied crippled. You know?
no, I've had good experiences with amputees.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I had we imported a triple amp from Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had one good hand, and one nub, and one below and one above.
Mhm.
Yeah, he when all that shit with Pablo Escobar was going on, he fucking got hit with a car bomb.
No
Oh
shit.
shit!
Wow. That's pretty wild.
Damn.
That's a pretty sweet story. Right?
All right, but I do want
I'm
to hear.
just
I do want to
fucking-
hear
I'm
the.
just
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, I was like, that's kind of
Yeah,
bad.
he actually.
You gotta get a good story.
The
like that.
real story's even
Get
better.
blown up.
The real story's he was train hopping when he was 11 years old, and got
Oh, we
ran
got
over.
a couple people
Yeah.
I
like
was about to
that.
say,
That's
hoses
insane,
like
right?
that?
Yeah.
What's funny?
Yeah, don't be hopping trains.
What's funny is my grandpa used to
Yeah,
say
this
like
ain't the
all the
fucking. This ain't the
amputees.
1920s, dude.
Yeah,
like,
shit. I always
this ain't
wanted to
no,
do
like
it, though. It
of
does look
course,
fun.
but
yeah.
dude, the train's now fucked out.
Probably a good reason why I'm in a wheelchair. I'd probably be dead. Get run over a train.
I would for sure be in prison if I had legs, dude.
Prison, you think?
Yes, but or man,
What's
or
the
military,
charge?
or military.
What's
But, I
the
mean,
charge?
but I hate saying
Well,
that.
why not both and just do a military prison?
Right. I hate saying that because I hate
Do
people
some-
say like
do-
I would have joined the military, but I had asthma.
Right,
Like bullshit, dude. Because but I had no legs, dog. I would still.
I tried to
be
get in. I talked to recruiters and they were like, well, as long as you don't have metal in your body, I'm like, fuck, I got metal in my body. Thought if I didn't have metal in my body, they'd like let me in. But
That's
I can
gotta
fly a
put
drone.
me on the
Come
front
on.
line.
Hey, I served with a lot of Texans, man. They're fucking. They're fun.
we get down.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would just.
And
I would just be curious.
they can't wait to tell you that they're from Texas.
Yeah, we're not from
Absolutely,
the USA.
dude.
We're from Texas.
I got my Texas tattoo.
You have it's mandatory, right? It's like when you turn 18, you get one.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You get one for free.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah, it's on the birth certificate. It just says.
It's like we're like a gang. Yeah, blood in, blood out.
But I'm curious about what quads say about us, because I know we say like.
Yeah, what's the basketball stereotype?
Oh man, where do we start? Well, I guess.
You won't hurt my feelings.
No, I'm
not
just
even
curious.
worried. I'm not even worried about that.
It don't matter, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is like, I'd say big egos.
I kind of agree with.
But there's big egos in rugby too,
Yeah,
so it's like
very true. Oh yeah.
I'd say the biggest egos in rugby though.
Yeah.
Peacock. I mean, I thought, hey, what's up, dude? I mean, you got a fucking ego though, you know, like, damn. Michael Peacock is for real.
Yeah, he's good too. He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
who else? Wait, let's out some dudes.
let's out some quads. Oh, I'll fucking get into it with a quad every year from San Antonio. I fucking slapped him and everything in a tournament.
With the Mexican guy?
Yeah, I don't know his name.
The basketball player or rugby player?
He's a
Cause I don't know.
He plays rugby. I know but he plays football with us too, right? Is that the dude?
He plays football. Shit.
Yeah.
He plays soccer.
Yeah, but he kind of asks for it sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, man, he really did, dude. He really did.
How's the football league out here?
It's legit.
Good. I feel like
that's one thing we will dominate. I feel like
that's through UH or.
No, we just kind of do that. Like I said, there's two places in Houston that have sports, and it's U of H should, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But West Gray, which is like a city facility here in Houston, and then there's Pasadena has one called Vern Cox Center.
Okay.
And yeah, they're great because like they got chairs, all kinds of stuff up there to do stuff.
I never realized how many like disabled people there are here. Like it's.
Yeah, we got a big medical center.
Oh man, dude, we'd be. I mean, I feel like we would dominate a lot of sports if we just got together, right?
Yeah,
because Houston like has a lot of cripples, dude.
Yeah, we do. We got a lot of. I mean, there's like I think in the greater Houston area, there's like 7 million people, something like that.
Yeah.
We start kind of like Katy and everywhere else.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
It's just hard to get people like out of that to even try.
Well, and that's the biggest thing. So I know you're talking about you help volunteer, help people stay active. Man, Zach and I promote that all the time. Is like staying active because that's the best thing for you. You know, sitting at home not doing nothing it will just destroy you. You know?
Is that like how that got you out of the funk?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I got home, it was November, so it was like, you know, I'm going from Southern California back up to Oregon where I grew up, and it's gray and drizzly, and it's like the last place you want to be when you're fucking recently paralyzed. And yeah, pretty much modified my parents' house to just have a shower in my room. And
how much did like I'm sorry just get on your fucking nerves after a while? Like,
what's that?
I'm sorry. Like,
oh yeah, well it was just,
you're just like tired.
It was.
I know you appreciate it, but you're just like.
It was like getting the looks, like trying to go and hang out with your buddies, but
you know they're looking at you like
you're running into people and they're like, oh, there's like, because everyone heard about it. They're like, oh, there's Tim. Like, there's all these rumors like fucking he fell out of a helicopter.
I got some good rumors too when I got hurt. People, because I got hurt in like high school, so like the whole high school was like talking, you know. Yeah. So when I came back, like people said, I heard some stories that I had a heart attack. Like, who the fuck at 16 has a heart attack?
And then becomes paralyzed.
Right, yeah. Other people thought I died and shit. I was like, man.
I just told lies everywhere. It's so funny.
I feel like you could go to town, bro.
Well, oh man, it was so funny, dude. Like I remember the first time the news came and interviewed me in high school for playing like football or whatever. They were asking like different kids, like, you know, what do you think happened to Zach? And they were telling all different kinds of stories.
Yeah.
Like we were like, I heard an alligator, I heard a shark.
Yeah. So we had a dodgeball tournament. Wheelchair dodgeball.
Yeah, I love hearing this because, you know, I don't hear it because it's.
And I'm like sitting on the side, like I know Zach, so like we're just sitting there and I hear these two like kids have spina bifida. I say they're kids. They're like they're old enough. They should know you. Like, but
I do know.
They're like, oh yeah. They're like, what happened to Zach? Like, oh, I heard he was in the Marines. Heard he was a Marine. Got blown up. They're just sitting there dying.
People just assume like the weirdest shit, dude.
Yeah, like he looks like a Marine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely had it.
We were talking about it on a past podcast with Kara about like fake injury stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like what's your favorite one?
The one I tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what's your go-to like?
Oh man, it depends on what scenario, man. Because I don't know if I get anything.
All right. If it's let's say I'm a chick and you're trying to pick me up at the bar.
Oh, that's a good one. Every time. That might be the time you be the military guy,
Do you ever do that, fucker? That's against the law, by the way. Stolen Valor Act.
You know what, dude? I like if people ask me like if people say thank you for your service, I'll tell them like no, I'm just civilian. Like I didn't serve, right?
Yeah,
I feel like, dude, that's like a big misconception for civilian side.
Look at me, dude. Like people all the time just assume, right? But if they come up there and say thank you and shake my hand, I usually don't say shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I don't feel like that's. I'm just like, man.
Have you ever been out to dinner and just had someone
pay for my meal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fuck yeah.
I love going but usually it's anonymous and like I mean I would be like, hey man, like take your fucking money back.
Yeah. It even makes me feel.
Well, they do it all sly. Every time that we've had it, it's always like on the sly.
And it's like the waitress comes up. She's like, hey, someone.
It happens to me a lot.
A lot. It's happened to me with you twice. I was like, shit, we got to.
It happened to me and my girl. I just recently got a girlfriend, man. Yeah, we went out and it happened to us too. And they were like, whatever they want. And I was like, damn, we should have just went to town on the drinks.
Right.
I wouldn't have felt bad. I don't know. As a civilian, I wouldn't have felt bad. It's happened to me only maybe like a handful of times.
I mean, does the USMC on the
makes
shin
me
help?
Feel comfortable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get some looks.
Yeah.
They probably can't let you through.
It's got me out of a jam once when I was flying.
Yeah.
I was trying to get home from Alabama. Just coming back from like a U.S. camp, and someone fucked up, and my wheelchair ended up on the next flight. And the aisle chair folks were late getting me off the plane. I had a tight connection.
Ooh.
So by the time I get to the gate, fucking plane, they're pulling the jet bridge off.
Oh, really?
And I'm sitting in that shitty little...
Oh, the tiny one?
On the jet
well, not the aisle chair, but the one that they push through.
Yeah. Where you at,
though? Still bullshit.
O'Hare.
I know. So like, where were you at? Like on the... You were on the gateway?
I was at the gate, just looking at the plane, about to back off with my wheelchair on it. And I was like, ladies, this isn't gonna work. Like,
I don't know how they fucked that up.
Yeah.
Like, how do you fuck? Like, this is like.
Bro, they fucked my shit up bad on the way back from Madrid. I'm talking about bad, dude. I'm talking about bad. Like,
you know, it's funny. We're gonna do a podcast like what? Fucking Wednesday. I'll get back on what? Sunday.
Yeah. No, we got back. We were supposed to get back on Saturday.
I forget what it was.
Supposed to get back on Saturday.
It was like 2 or 3 days after like they had gotten back, and Tommy's luggage just arrived.
Yeah.
He didn't have any clothes the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude, it was bad. Yeah.
So yeah, like I was like, my chair's on that, and I'm not gonna sit in this thing.
Right.
Like.
Did you have a cushion?
I did, because I always sit on my cushion. So I had a cushion, but I was carrying it. So I told him, I was like, listen, in about an hour, I'm gonna start getting some skin breakdown.
Yeah, you're
like
gonna get sued.
Yeah, I was
like, you.
Lied,
and this was actually like 1 or 2 weeks after they dragged off that.
That Asian dude.
Yeah, that Asian dude.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
yeah, so you had some leeway on your side.
Yeah,
you don't manhandle.
The lady saw the tattoo and she was like, "Were you in the military?" And I was like,
"No, I just get this tattoo."
I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh," she's like, "All right, we gotta fucking do something now because this is gonna get ugly. This is bad PR."
Yeah. Okay, so tell me what you would do, or actually, I mean. What would actually you would like me to do in this situation? Because I've been on the airplane before and somebody has moved me in first class, right? And I'm like, all right, didn't tell me why. He was just like, hold on, like, wait, don't enter. And he ran up top and he moved me in first class. Well, this is on Veterans Day. This is last year, though, 2 years ago. As we're landing, he was like, I just want to thank the past and present veterans, like the young gentleman in 3E. Oh. Everybody gets up, starts clapping. Then as they're exiting the plane, they start shaking my damn hand, dog.
Dude,
I mean, what do you expect me to do at that point, bro?
You gotta play the part.
Yes, right. You gotta just bite the bullet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't even know how to. I mean, is that
they
shitty on me?
Well,
they shouldn't even assume that
exactly.
because
okay. Well, to say
honest,
it's like I'm not. And I've had people offer me money, and I'm like, no, like I didn't serve. They're like, what? And I'm like, I never said I served.
To be honest, like it's not like really a flag I like to fly. Like, I mean, I got a bunch of fucking military tattoos and shit, but, like, I mean, most of my tattoos are military related, but it's one of those things that, like,
I think ever since I got the Texas flag on me, when I got that tattoo, it's
you got
when shit
branded.
started.
You
Yeah,
got
man.
patch.
No, but I didn't know,
stuff.
dude. I didn't know that it was gonna like. I figured American flag would have been like, you know, like, oh shit, like 10 times worse, right? But it's really the Texas because, like, Texas is American, and then people are proud as shit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's why I get the same thing. So I have like a cool backpack that a buddy showed me, and I was like, that's a nice backpack. It was a military backpack. Instead of getting like the American flag, I got a Texas little deal to go on it.
Yeah.
And it kind of works sometimes.
No,
they always
man,
assume that I'm like in the military, and they just kind of bump me in the front of the line.
Yeah.
But what's funny is my girlfriend was in the Army. And we'll go out and they're like, well, so sir, what branch were you in? I'm like, I was in the military. She was in the military.
I go through the same thing. See, my chick was in the
Yeah,
Army.
you got the same thing. Like, no, it's her.
And man, you know, they're like looking at me like I'm a badass. You know, like I'm
Right.
just like, especially, you know, they're just like,
It's like, no, she's the train killer.
Yeah.
Is she still in, or
What's that?
is she still in, or no?
No, she's out. Yeah, she's
Okay.
Yeah,
Because that's a good shortcut to Medicare.
What's that?
That's a life pro tip right here. Is
How's that work?
if you're paralyzed, you know, like I'm service connected, so I'm taken care of.
Yeah.
But like guys that got hurt, like on the civilian side, that aren't getting settlements or didn't have really good insurance, like just find yourself a military woman.
No shit.
Move next to a military
You
town.
got married though,
dude.
right?
Put that
It's
shit in the
like-
contract. She gets BAH. She gets BAH. Claims you as a dependent. You get fucking medical.
I got a job. I gotta get shot to Cigna Healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a good buddy who was married to an Air Force chick and wasn't doing it for that reason.
Like, I don't know if you know this. Like I said, I sell like wheelchair accessible vehicles, and there's a lot of benefits that
and
veterans
wheelchair
donate.
accessible
and accessories. Yeah, I need to spend that.
And accessories?
Like that. But no,
cool,
like there's
because
like a lot of, I don't know if you know this, but there's grants that'll help you buy cars. They'll give you like $21,000 to like just straight up buy a car, and then that's not including the modifications. Like,
and most like Ford and Toyota will give you like
And
1,000.
additional
And how many people actually apply for those grants? Hardly. I bet you slim to none.
A lot of veteran guys do, especially if they have like bad diseases like MS or.
Gotcha.
Like,
But there's gotta be a ton of people do not use.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Or they'll fuck it off. Like, so that's another thing that I need to tell a lot of you disabled. Well, if you're probably watching this, you probably already know.
Fuck, lace them up, Brent.
Well, so if you
mind?
get your 4502 grant, don't, because you have like a progressive disease, don't go and piss it away on like a normal car right now. Because you're probably going to have a need for a vehicle to roll in at some point. And if you piss it away on like a able-bodied car, then you're not going to have money later on down the line more likely when you actually need it. So use it when you actually need it. Don't just piss it away.
Gotcha.
So I knew I was at the right house when like I pulled up and there's like 30 trucks in front and a forklift.
Yeah.
There's a forklift too.
Yeah, dude. That's what I was like, I didn't know how country I was growing up until like I get a little older and people will start coming to my house like, dude, you're country as shit. Catching alligators and shit.
What kind of truck or what modification do you have for your truck?
So my truck's just got a lift in the back, but it also has like a bed cover.
Yeah.
It raises up, so my lift.
I got the same thing.
Oh, so you got the same deal?
Yeah.
Cool.
But you don't have the turny seat?
Nah, I had that in my truck, but I took it out because I took my truck in on trade from a guy. So
you do and you don't want the canopy.
No, I do.
I wish they would mount the shock up front and give me the fucking middle part
Like
of
a
my
steel
bed.
rod, like a.
Well, I was thinking you could like maybe do one of these deals.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm thinking.
I think there's a way easier way to
make.
make that work, right? Like,
Yeah. It's pretty simple.
So I got the same thing on my 2500 and my 1500.
gotcha.
Got a big boy truck, huh?
Yeah.
You pull stuff around. You got some toys or what?
I got a 28-foot toy hauler.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's the way
Working
to
on
get,
getting
man.
a
If you're
lift.
disabled, you can just roll up in the back of that. You can put
Yeah.
four in there, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty steep ramp, but
Yeah.
I mean, I got it set up where I'm gonna get a lift installed soon. But
Oh shit.
yeah, I mean, for the meantime, I'm just.
I actually got an invite to go back to Spain in a week or two, like about 2 weeks.
Speaking of that, send me details on that.
All right.
I'll be down and go down.
But to try out adaptive jet skis. I mean, pretty much it's just like a mini boat, dude.
I was gonna say,
They
like,
kind of strap
what's
you down, and it's just like a boat.
okay?
Yeah, you tell me a little about this because I've tried.
Dude, but
jet
do you still
they
sit up?
haul ass. I mean,
Well, I would tell
depend
a lot
on
of
what.
people right now,
I mean, obviously they could.
just so you don't die, is that even though jet skis look like they're very like wheelchair friendly, they're really not.
Yeah,
They're
we're
really,
not. Well, yeah, no course there was a.
Yeah, and you fall off there, you may not get back on. So
I know
the
some
dude
like
they-
S-level guys that can race him.
See, I think the dude that was testing out, their test dummy is a quad. So I mean, not like a not like a Cara quad, like a quad.
Yeah, you were telling me that like you told me that they have like a backrest and like straps and shit.
Yeah.
On there, so like hold you in. So
Yeah, and
that's
foam
all I'm
too.
like, I
And
might be
foam
in
too.
on that.
Like so, it's like not where you ain't gonna get like pressure sores.
Are you still sitting up
cool.
high?
Yeah, like no, you're sitting like you're just driving like a go-kart,
Damn.
dude. But I mean, it looks badass, man. Like
Sounds cool.
I want to go. I mean, it's worth a 10-hour flight just because it's. I mean,
Wait, so why wouldn't you go?
because Brent don't fucking. wanna
Well, I
go.
have to say, I just gotta give my boss. Tell me the dates. I might be down to do this because.
And I'm trying to get them to. I mean, I'm telling them okay, if they're not going to pay me to go out there because I mean, if they're selling adaptive equipment, come on, dude. Like what other
I'm your boy.
What
You're
other
going to
person?
America over here.
What other person would be better for that job to sell it than me? I
Yeah.
don't know. So I was like, all right, well, instead of paying me, ship me one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then
There
they
you
started
go.
thinking about it a little bit, and they pulled it off. And I'm like, no, like for real, like I'll rep the shit out of it. I'll give you 10 posts.
You got a truck. Man.
But you got ship that motherfucker right there to my door, dude. That's all I need.
You badass.
Man, it'd be so much fun, dude. Just imagine rolling in one of those if we had another Harvey situation.
Yeah, it'd be let's see, working on some camera shit. But yeah, that'd be fucking dope. Have you was that your first time over in Europe?
Yeah.
Right on. What'd you think of that?
Or well, it was cool. I've been to Iceland, but I mean that was like when I was like
That's
super
not
young.
quite
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
Europe.
Yeah, what the fuck? Iceland's just Iceland, huh? It's just an island out there.
It's
Yeah.
like right next to.
What do they claim?
I think just them, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, just
That's like
claiming cold ass weather. You know?
Yeah.
What's cool is like they speak Icelandic, but they speak English too. Like
Yeah.
they all learn both languages in school.
Right.
So it wasn't hard to like get around and shit.
My boss
they
at
do
Oscar
hate-
Mike went. Shit, was it like 2 years ago now? But he went for the Spartan like finals.
In Iceland.
Yeah, in like December.
Mm.
That's badass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
said
it's
it
so
was a
tight.
fucking nightmare though, because just
Right.
the weather, and like being paralyzed, especially quad. Like he
Right.
runs cold, so it's like
Oh, I didn't think about that.
yeah,
It's
That could be difficult
yeah.
for fun. Like,
Oh
all the time.
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He was
You're-
so layered up and still just miserable.
Right.
See, I went for the world's strongest disabled man competition in Iceland, and man, it was fucking freezing, dude.
I bet.
Like-
Oh, and you're on the ground too, man. You're like.
Oh yeah, I went on a skateboard. There we go. He's about to pop, but yeah, he's about to lay down right there. But it was freezing, dude. Especially like different events. Like man, I remember doing, what's that shit called? Like the Hercules hold or something, where you drop the
Oh
pillars.
yeah, that's good. You did that
Boom.
kind of bad. I was wondering.
Boom, boom, on 4 degrees. 4 degrees. So, dude, I'm talking. It was just.
Outside.
Oh my
Is that
god.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Freedom or commie?
Right? Dude, I like,
Freedom, shit.
terrible, dog. Like it was just terrible. I hated
I mean, either way, it's still cold. 4
Yeah, it's
degrees
cold either
Celsius
way.
is still fucking cold.
What's it? 0, 0, like the same, something like
Mm-hmm.
32-0.
that. Yeah.
And then I forget-
Absolute zero. That's what
the two dudes who beat me, I got third place. The two dudes who beat me weighed over like 400 pounds, and they were like single leg amputees.
Just
Like,
all
but
jacked
bro,
up
that
on
was
Dude, how strong is that
Bro,
one
the
leg?
chest.
How strong is that one knee?
that I don't know about the leg, but I know their upper. Dude, if it came down to just like
They
brute
probably
strength.
like the fat, just strong.
Bro, they put us on a
around
log
guys.
press. They put, I'm not gonna say I wasn't benching 500 then either. It was
Right.
like 15, right? 2015. So like, I mean, they put us on a log press. I'm gonna say I got like 12 reps at 275 on an incline log press, right?
What were they doing?
This dude got to 12, stopped on his chest, looked at me, and busted out another like 12 reps. And I
Oh,
was saying,
shit.
back it up, dude. It was.
He's
it
on
was shit.
roids. Check that dude.
And then
He's
we
fucking-
had that, we had the event where you had to hold like a hammer out in front of you, and it couldn't go
Fuck that.
below your eyes.
Shaking and
Oh,
shit.
how
I
strong
got
was that?
like, I got like
how heavy
second
was
on
that?
Man, I forget how heavy. I want
That'd
to
be
say.
hard, man.
I want to say it's like 24 kilograms, something like that.
Damn.
What's
I can barely
that
hold my
in-
arm
I
out
want to
though.
say like 60 pounds, somewhere around 60 pounds, right?
For
there.
real?
Right, close to it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm complaining about towing around my fucking backpack with these base
But
plates.
they're like
on it.
up,
Yeah,
up,
but
up.
shit, imagine holding that fucker.
Fuck no.
I done that one. The one event I did take first on, I think, was the Stones at that year. Because, I mean, I can move a wheelchair faster than everybody because I've been in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like, so that's where I just relied on, you know. So I boom, moved the Stones real fast. But, man, I went back and tried again in 2018. 18 at the Arnold Classic and just the adaptive strongman.
Yeah.
And there ain't no fucking way I would ever win again. My
It's a
God, because you just
strong boy.
need your legs, bro. Like it's a single leg dominant
Okay.
sport.
Makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Like you know how like Double Ants own they own like hockey. We own like a couple like sports,
yeah.
you know, stuff like that. It's definitely a single
there's
leg.
like, I think 3 of those guys are from like Portland.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Y'all are
Sledge
sick,
hockey.
Yeah, so they trying to get me to go out, and it's like, nah, y'all motherfuckers gonna tee off on me. Fuck you.
He's out
I'm talking all
He's
you
out
guys.
mulleting the shit out of me right now. Take off your hat.
What?
You got a mullet?
You are mullet. I was gonna say that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, his mullet.
He's a straight mullet, dude.
Good mullet right there.
I've been working on this thing
It's-
for over a
it
year
comes
now,
with
dude.
With a wave in it. It's like flowing right now.
Yeah, it does.
Little rough right now. I've been
He's like,
swimming in
you
the
got a part
ocean.
on this
I
thing?
got a baby one going.
That's it.
Oh, here you go, dude.
Oh,
I bet.
it's good, man.
you're due for a tune-up.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are.
I
I need to hit your boy up.
It took me like 9 months before I was happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for a while it just looks like a mohawk.
Yeah. It just looks like you need a haircut for a while.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And your shit's curly, right?
Yeah,
So
but
you're gonna get that Joe
My
Dirt.
chick's just like,
It's gonna be like that Joe
I hate
Dirt.
that. My chick's just like,
You're gonna start working on the chops and getting rid of the goatee.
Yeah. Oh man, I would love
Your girl don't like the mullet?
No, fuck.
I feel like she'll like it once it's like a real mullet. Like it's still a baby mullet right now.
Yeah.
Once it becomes a man
It
mullet.
says it's
Throw some
growing.
fucking lines
She'll
in
love
it.
to run her hands through your
Yeah,
hair
dude.
while she's making out with
Yeah.
you.
Or just down here.
See, dude, I mean, if I had some salt and pepper in my shit too, it'd be sick.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, I've been graying out since I was like 19.
Uh oh.
Oh,
First,
I think the battery's dead.
That's
Y'all keep talking,
Yeah,
I'll
we'll just keep
figure it out.
talking. But damn, losing my train of thought. How many of those like meathead competitions do you normally do? Like a year, you'd say.
it depends on what I fucking like doing that year.
Yeah.
Man, sometimes I'm addicted to CrossFit that year. Sometimes I'm addicted to powerlifting. Like it just depends on. I guess it's like
Yeah.
you know what I feel like. I don't
But
know.
then you balance that with you play basketball too.
I used to.
Yeah. Kind of just more into just strengthening, like
yeah.
lifting
more,
out.
yeah, I just into that. I do softball still.
Yeah, softball's dope.
Yeah, I like playing softball, dude.
I love fucking watching softball. Like,
Yeah.
I think you
softball's
guys.
cool.
You think
It
you
just-
guys need to.
here's the one complaint I have, and it's probably just where we play. We need to like move it to like winter time or something because we always have tournaments. It's a fucking 100 degrees outside.
it was so
Yeah.
hot.
And then you're on blacktop, so like that heat's radiating up, and you're getting sunburnt. It's like you're getting cooked on your insides. Like
Yeah.
we need to have this in like a cooler time of the year.
I used to play like summer league.
I could, like that. I'd have to wear like an ice vest or something.
People do, man.
Yeah.
It's too damn
Bro,
hot.
it's
man.
terrible.
Shove
Terribly
fucking
hot.
ice packs
Terribly
all
I'm
hot.
over
saying, 'cause
me.
there's a certain point of the day where you can feel the heat bouncing back up.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yes.
radiating back up.
Get those cargo pants and put fucking ice in little Ziploc baggies.
Well, dude, you can't even breathe. The air's like hot. You're breathing hot ass, like it's sucking the air out of you, man. It's
You
terrible.
guys, what you need to do is just fucking get a couple teams together and take the circus on the road, and just fucking do a tour.
I think that's great. Honestly, I've been thinking about that. Like Zach and I kind of talked about doing some gym tours and stuff. But I think it'd be kind of cool to like do a little basketball expo, rugby expo, and just like travel to like even like little small towns. You know, if you got like a handful of like disabled people that haven't been exposed to that. Like shout out to my buddy Jimmy. My buddy Jimmy, when I was in the hospital, just me and him in the hospital. We both lived in the Texas Panhandle, or kind of that area. He lived like around Lubbock or whatever. But there's not a lot of adaptive programs. At least I was unaware of them back then, and it's still now. You know, like it'd be kind of cool to go to those places and kind of give like a clinic or something. You know, and maybe get things going. Because like there's enough like grants and stuff. You got like the Kelly Bush Foundation, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You got the Challenged Athletes Fund. You can get all kinds of equipment. You know? So. I think you just got to expose people and let people meet, you know?
Yep.
I mean, that's the biggest, that's how I met Zach, was through other disabled people, you know? So,
How long have you two known each other?
oh, jeez. A couple years now?
3 or 4 years now.
Something like that?
Oh.
It seems like, you know, it's like, I think I was telling you, like, when'd you go scuba diving?
Kind of clicked. I don't know how we really just started hanging out.
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Just
Started the line.
true love.
Yep. I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Real recognized real around here.
Well, dude, it's just crazy how just being in a wheelchair has just introduced me to
Yeah.
so many
Your eyes.
people that I would have never
Right?
you know, met.
I completely agree. Like, a lot of people look at, like, when this happens to you, like, man, this is the end of life. But, like, really, it could be, like, the beginning of something awesome. You know?
Well, like, for
You just gotta
example,
make
we this is our first time actually, like, officially meeting, and it was just like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm in Houston for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're down to whatever, so, like, we ain't scared nobody.
Yeah, dude. And I'm so curious. I meet new people all the time, like,
Yeah.
and having a cool conversation.
You guys.
Anything we could do to, like, promote, like, us disabled people, man, we're in it.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to have you guys on the show, because you guys have your own YouTube channel called the Cripple Coach Talk.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to now? Like 5 episodes or something?
Yeah, I think we got,
Yeah.
is that 5th or 6th?
We just recorded the 6th one.
Yeah.
6th one's about to be out.
We've been really busy, honestly, because, like,
Well, I was in
Zach
the
and
first
Tommy.
3 of them, I was in a hospital. Like,
Yeah,
I was,
you had
like,
that
in
thing
and
with
out,
your
in and
arm
out,
or
and
And then the
something.
weather got good and everything starts happening. We get busy doing stuff, and
Yeah.
I got work and everything. So we've realized that we kind of got to get more regimented with our schedule now. So I just got to.
Yeah, we have
Well,
a
you
demand.
just got to do what you can.
Gotta make it a priority,
when you
man.
can.
Yeah, definitely have a demand. People are like getting like, hey,
Yeah, that's one thing. I don't know about you, but like I'm really surprised at like the feedback from the podcast. Like people I would never have guessed. They're like, hey, man.
Yeah, dude, what's up with the dude always commenting about
Oh, Ricky?
No.
Is that
Man,
no.
that's one thing I found. We don't get a lot of that. I think he's about the only one that's like does like weird stuff other than like the normal like people chasing crippled people stuff. But yeah, he's shout out Ricky.
Yeah,
Stansel.
he's don't fucking stay off my comments.
Yeah, he's gonna find your shit.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna definitely find you. He's gonna find you.
He finds us all, man.
Rick, get in his DMs.
Actually, no, I think Rick's like an amputee guy. I think he's more into amputees. It seems like he don't ever comment on my stuff.
Yeah, he's all about the nub love.
Yep.
Nub love.
Doug Nub.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. There is weirdos on there, dude. They're always gonna be in the DMs.
But I like the weirdos. Like I said, without weirdos,
Do you get
life
that
would be
shit a
boring,
lot?
man.
Yeah.
Like with the females too.
Yeah, more or less the males though.
Yeah.
If they're coming in weird, I mean the females too. Sometimes you don't even notice what the fuck they are. It's like,
Oh yeah, y'all were talking about that. Not for you, but like I think it was, or maybe it was. There's somebody that.
My manager vents my messages now. So.
Yeah. Tommy's like.
I mean, it's bad. I mean, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm a badass. I need my messages vented. But man, there's a lot in there. There's like a lot of DMs.
Yeah. He filters through it, but he was telling me one day, like, man, that might be a training. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Him and his wife are debating on whether to delete.
That's why I don't really care to get famous. Like,
I'm the same way. Like I said, I don't like a lot to, like we're on YouTube to do a show. I just kind of do it more to kind of promote like disabled people and stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am.
I
Like,
didn't expect for this to go this route either. I'll be honest with you, I really didn't.
Well, no, we talked about this the other day. Like,
I was just a hard working motherfucker. Yeah, I was hard working.
I was gonna say like I was like, man, how'd it happen? You know, like how'd you get like 120,000 followers, whatever, you know? And I was like, how'd that start? You know, like, did you get like 100? Like, because most everybody I feel like knows a couple hundred people.
I remember calling.
Wait, so how many followers right now do you have on Instagram? We're talking like 10,000 plus.
He's
112,000.
Oh wow.
He's got the blue check. Yeah.
But like, okay, so it started out like. First of all, my friend was like, dude, you need to get on Instagram, dude. People would love your shit. People would love your shit. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I ain't for me, whatever. I just like working hard on the down low, right? Breaking records, taking names, whatever. And then he's like, man, do it. So I started Instagram, but I mean, I was getting followers. I remember hitting my first 2,000 followers and then calling all the other like adaptive athletes that had like a somewhat following, like a big following.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yeah, and they were like, I remember like some of them were like, okay, like I'm at 12,000. I'm like, all right, like I'm gonna get there, dude. Just, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, damn, man, like I need to post something that I haven't seen before. What have I not seen somebody do in a wheelchair, right? And I'm like, I haven't seen anybody do handstands. And if I have seen somebody do handstands, I haven't seen them do it as easy as I can do it. And I damn sure haven't seen them do muscle ups as easy as I can do it. I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to put all this in one video, you know?
Yeah.
Boom. And then I went from like 2,000 followers to 12,000 in a matter of like 2 days.
Wow.
And then just kept putting content out, kept putting content.
Yeah, I'm still like kind of new to all that and like started following some,
it's a
like,
job, bro.
Like on the hashtag like wheelchair life, and then they suggest all the stuff, and I noticed like there's a lot of like hot chicks in chairs that have ridiculous amounts of followers.
I've noticed that too. Yeah.
And then, do you ever read like their photos, like the captions that they put, where it's like a mile long, and you're like,
okay, so it's funny you bring this up. Zach and I were talking about
the
this.
fuck is up with that?
I was gonna bring it up before we were.
What
later.
mile?
We'll bring it up now. So
Okay, I'm lost.
the motivational speaker thing I was saying about. It seems like, I don't know about you, but there seems
it's
to
a
be
photo. It's a photo of a chick, and she's like laying on a beach, next to her wheelchair, the sun setting. And then she writes like 8 paragraphs about.
Are you talking about like the comment?
No. Yeah,
Or like
the caption that she puts under it. And it's like just a hella long, 8 paragraphs of being inspirational and breaking barriers and
we all know
wheelchairs don't define me and
Well, I was gonna say,
what about
hashtag.
man, the people that I don't really care. I'm like, okay, go ahead and get your fame off that, right? Whatever.
Well,
like, that's cool. I just don't like the Crips that like are not real Crips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those get on my nerves more than anything.
Well, and then like people too that like we were talking about this earlier. As soon as you become disabled, doesn't mean you're a motivational person. Doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, just so all of you know, I see all these people that say I'm a motivational speaker, but like in real life, they're very boring people. If you know them as a disabled
you're
person,
just a dude with a microphone.
Exactly. Well, not even that. It's like there's a lot of people that like in their real lives are not. They're kind of boring people, and the only reason that they are a motivational speaker is they have a good story.
Yeah.
You know, like you got a sob story, you can tell it, and people can go, oh, but that doesn't make you a motivational person in life. I feel like you got to live that.
I'm 100% against like inspiration porn.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hate
like you're such a motivation.
I hate that.
No, you gotta live that shit. I mean, I know you're disabled, whatever, but like if you're gonna be a real motivational person, I feel like Zach's that way. Like Zach busts his ass. I feel like a lot of people, even able bodies, look up to him as like somebody to strive to be like as far as working out and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll clear it up right now. Like my manager gets on my ass because I do not try to do clickbait. I swear I know I'm just now starting to do the hashtag shit, but for the longest time, like dude, look at all my videos. All it is just me posting my workouts and being like, okay, like D-ball slams, whatever, telling you what I'm doing. Like I try to lead by example.
Exactly, and that's the biggest thing. That's
and
one
let
thing
my hard work show. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like most people that know me think I'm the same way on this show as I am in real life. You know, like I'm just a normal dude. I'm a chatty Cathy over here, so just got a gift for gab. But like I said, I try to be nice to people all the time and be a good example. You know, I think that's a lot of people are kind of quiet. I've seen a few motivational speakers that in real life or maybe not have their shit together. To just be quite honest with you, so
yeah.
I feel
like you gotta be the right person for that, not just because you're disabled and you got a sob story.
I could never do it.
I couldn't either. That's too fake for me. So
yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I feel like I don't want to be that too motivational guy. Like, oh, I never have a bad day.
Yeah, and those are the people I'm talking about. Those are the people that are lying.
That's,
you know?
I mean,
I have bad days all the time.
That's where people I think respect my stuff is because I mean, dude, I've even posted.
That's like the real.
I've even posted my street fight video out there and be like, hey, this is me, my bad, sorry, whatever, you know. It's just the way shit flies.
Yeah, this is way more my wheelhouse. Like just hanging out with some buddies, just shooting the shit and. What happens. Like I don't come here with like any agenda or anything. I'm just like,
well, next time you guys gotta go out, man.
Do a little bit of research, fucking.
That's kind of how we are. We like, well, like we have podcasts together. We have like a lot of people lined up, but we're always like, you got anything planned? It's like, no, not really.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Houston's a good crop of.
It is.
Of variety.
Really
I mean, that last guest you had on, like I listened to that while I was in Bon Air on the shitter. Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, just to get a different perspective on,
and man,
an unfortunate, gunshot act.
It's crazy, and what's crazy to me is no matter how good I know these dudes, because I mean Angel pretty much like my best friend in a wheelchair. Roland's up there too. Like I know I've been knowing these dudes for years. No matter how much I know them, like when I do a podcast with them, I always learn something new about them too.
Yeah. No, I agree, and that's the thing is like I like telling the story, man. Like him and I bullshit's cool, but like I like hearing people's stories. You know, it's really cool to like kind of hear their perspective on being disabled. You know?
Yeah, and you don't get that like even like in wheelchair rugby like.
Nah,
because even though you travel together, you might even stay in a hotel together. unless you're like roommates with someone,
Yeah,
then you might get to
start
know
learning a
them.
little
Yeah,
more
that's how
about
you
it.
know. Yeah.
But are you guys normally, when you guys travel, you guys try to bunk up?
Me and Brent, not so often. 'Cause we didn't really play that many sports like
Well,
together
the
on the
sports we
teams.
play together are locally typically.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
But me and Angel, that's what we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on the D3 team. He plays like D1.
Like
so.
they knew like if we travel together, we want to be in the same room together. We want the same flight. Like,
Yeah, it's like me and my buddy Justin. We play like the same leagues and stuff. So
Yeah.
we kinda do that.
Well, that's why I
Roll
really
it.
kind of gravitated towards like wheelchair rugby. It took me
I love
6
rugby.
months after my accident, but I mean, it was really the camaraderie of the game.
Yeah.
And like getting to know people from all over the United States. And,
Mm.
I mean, before my accident, I'd only gone to like 5 states, and they were all on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Furthest east I've been was Phoenix.
That's one thing that I love about wheelchair sports is like I know people all over the state now. I mean, you're the same way. You just like the San Antonio people, the
God.
Dallas people, the Austin people, the Corpus people, Victoria people. Like you get to meet these people, and then you go to like nationals, and you meet people from like Chicago and like New York. And,
You guys ever been out west?
not for any sports. So that's one thing. If y'all any sponsors out there want to donate to the old our league over here in Houston, we're looking to go West Coast this year because. I mean, we play the same teams over and over for the most part. It's nice. We want to kind of step our game up and get a little variety in there. So
All right.
we'd love to do it.
Well, but you've been out west.
I like as a personally, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Project Walk when I first got hurt.
Oh yeah, down in what's that?
Carlsbad.
Carlsbad. Yep.
Yeah. So I went up there. I've
Do
been
you
to
remember
San Diego
what
a
year
few
was
times.
that?
Jeez, like 02, 03.
Who was your trainer?
What was the guy that started? Tim?
I've never worked out there, but the gym that I work out at in Portland kind of spawned off of Project Walk.
Yeah, I know that there's a lot of spawn-offs of Project
Yeah.
Walk.
Did you know like Kirsten?
Honestly, dude, I can't remember. There was like a girl I worked with. I know like Tim worked with me a lot.
Wait, what year was this again?
Like 02, 03,
Okay.
something like that. It's been a minute.
I think I had a buddy who was there in like
Carlsbad's
04.
beautiful, by the way. Badass.
Yeah, I got hurt.
Callaway
like,
Golf, I believe.
I got hurt just a little bit.
Yeah,
north
you
of
were.
there.
Yeah.
I was at Pendleton,
Okay.
so I mean,
That's
Carlsbad.
that's what I
Carlsbad's
thought
like,
was like cool when you fly to San Diego. You can see the base like right when you're landing.
oh yeah, MCRD.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool until you're on the other side of the
Yeah, and
fence.
then you're like in
and you're
jail.
doing flutter kicks and
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, it
looking-
looked like there's a lot of.
we called them freedom birds. And we're like, oh, there goes another freedom bird. Yeah, and then where I was
Right
at,
across the road.
yeah, where I was at night, I'm in my rack, at on the right day, you can always see the fireworks from SeaWorld.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what. This is kind of a funny Cripple story. I was and I forget the name of the hotel, but there were like two buildings, like two giant hotels, like the Hilton or something maybe there in San
About
Diego.
the World Trade Center?
No, in San Diego. And it was like the middle of the night, and I didn't know like the seals and shit like practice in the water out there.
Yeah, Coronado.
Yeah, so like I'm in bed sleeping, and I hear bombs and machine guns going off, and I'm thinking like the Chinese are invading or some shit. They rolled in the fucking port and they're shooting the place up. So I'm like calling the front desk.
What's that
like,
movie,
what the fuck's
Red
going on?
Dawn?
They're like, don't worry about it. Just the seals out there doing their thing.
Under attack! That might be the place to be though, because you got the Navy right there, you got the SEALs, you got the Marines, like just a phone call away. And
True.
then you go inland a little bit.
I'm
and there's
thinking that's the
a
place
bunch
you
of air
attack
bases.
if you're military, you know.
I remember when I was in 6th grade when 9/11 happened, and I remember like when they said we were going to war, I thought like I was gonna peek around the corner, shoot a motherfucker. Like,
You thought we were going
I thought we were going for real. You know,
about
like,
the skies,
like I didn't
Red Dawn
know.
shit.
I didn't know. I was seeing movies, you know. So I was like, oh shit, we're going to war, fellas. Like, I was like,
loaded, bro.
yeah. So I was like, shit, we're ready, you know.
Yeah, that
But
was-
I was tripping.
So when did you get in the military? What year?
I went in 08 and I got hurt in 08. Yeah,
Okay.
I got hurt early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, boy.
Yeah, it was just we just had libo that weekend.
What was your MOS? That's one thing. Dating a girl in the military, I know what MOS is. What was your
I was an Amtracker, so I worked on
Oh,
the
sweet.
amphibious assault
Fucking
vehicle.
badass.
It's pretty much kind of like
Yeah.
the modern day.
Floating tanks.
Yeah.
Yep, it's tracked, and they were cool. I mean, they had the Ma Deuce and the Mark 19 on them.
I was gonna say, what's the coolest shit you shot?
Mark 19 for sure.
Which is what?
It's a belt-fed automatic grenade launcher.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Oh, I've seen those.
Shoots the 40 Mike.
Yeah, watch that. What was that show in Afghanistan? Like a documentary. Aleppo or
Restrepo.
Restrepo.
Yeah.
And they had those just like fucking up the Taliban. Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
that's a good one. Generation Kill is another good one.
Yeah, that was on HBO. Yeah, I was
little
pissed when
miniseries.
they stopped making that show.
Oh, it's just gonna be a miniseries.
Well-
Kind of like Pacific or
Yeah,
Band of
Generation
so
Brothers.
good though. They should
Band
have
of
kept that
Brothers.
going. I love that.
Yeah, well, it's based on a book, and the founder of Oscar Mike actually kind of has a slight cameo in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's badass.
he actually he was in during the invasion, and he was like the furthest north vehicle
Oh, no shit.
of like the main
shit,
force.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So like all the you guys seen Generation Kill, right?
Yeah, I have.
I have not.
It's
So
been a while. Like it's an old. What was that like?
it's like 08.
Oh yeah,
09.
that's long. It's like
Yeah.
10 years ago.
But
Old.
so when
I've never seen it.
the reason they were getting all pissed off was because first LAR was pretty much stealing all their kills because they were further north, and just the way everything worked out, like
Still all their
they,
kills.
yeah, they'd be getting into the action, and then the recon guys would come in and be like, the fuck, like we missed all the action, and all they left us was brass, you know.
Right.
But there's one part in Generation Kill when they fall into an ambush, and this really happened, and I've heard, Noah tell me the real story.
Yeah.
But they fall into this 360 ambush, and they're fucking screaming on the radio like, "Hey, we need fucking backup now. We're gonna get fucked up." Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Man, dude. I think
Yeah, that's one thing I don't ever want to be in. 360 ambush.
Yeah. Well, I was fucking. That's the reason why I joined. Like, I was pretty pissed off for a while there that I never got deployed because
Yeah.
I joined because we were in 2 wars. I mean, I thought about it for a while, and I got a good job out of high school. I was working for Caterpillar as a
That's
heavy
good.
equipment
Yeah,
mechanic.
stock to
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah, I was making like $26
was you in,
right out of high
was you
school.
in Peoria?
No. This is a local dealership in
Okay.
Portland. Yeah, that's where the headquarters is
Yeah.
at. But no, I was working at a local dealership in Portland, so just working on like the heavy side. I worked in like the truck shop and the hydraulic shop for a little bit, but
That's cool.
just it was a great job and everything. But I was just like, in 20, 30 years when I have kids or grandkids, they're gonna ask me like, "Hey, what'd you do during Iraq and Afghanistan?" I wasn't gonna tell them that I didn't serve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
But everything happens for a reason, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm totally happy where I'm at now, and getting paralyzed, like breaking my neck, has definitely saved my life.
Saved your life?
Yeah.
I see that too. I wouldn't say it saved my life, but I was going to end up in a wheelchair one way or the other.
Yeah.
Like, I almost broke my leg off the day before I broke my back on a four-wheeler. Like, somehow it bucked me off and, like, tried to run me over. My leg was, like, up against my head. Maybe that was, like, a sign. I should probably take one for the team. Kneel
Yeah,
down.
I don't know, man. I feel
Take a
like,
knee.
Yeah, take a knee and just...
I feel like I did not slow down at all. I did not let this shit slow me down one bit.
Yeah.
I was kind of...
And that's the best thing to have, and that's probably why you're such a motivational person, right? Because...
What's my mom was a little, like, asshole. You know, like,
Yeah.
My mom didn't let me nap.
Well, you were injured early, right?
Birth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, yeah, I was born with deformity and got amputated at 2. So, and at 2,
Yeah.
I got my skateboard, started traveling on a skateboard. And
Yeah.
lived it up, dude. I mean, but I lived a normal life, dude. Like, for a dude without legs, I lived a normal-ass life.
Yeah,
it
and I think
sounds
that's
like
like
it.
a big misconception to people that are injured is that you can still live a normal life. Like you just do things a little different, you know. Everybody's a little different. You just do things a little more different.
Yeah,
than
you
everybody
actually, I think you might be the first, like, in rugby, we call them mutants, like, the
Yeah.
birth defects and stuff.
Yeah.
else.
Everyone else is a freak, but, like, the birth defects, we call them mutants.
Yeah.
But, I mean, fucking
I would say-
the X-Men were mutants, and they were pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he always says it like in between, like...
Yeah, he's so. I say all the time.
Anomaly.
He's like so strong. He's like able-bodied. You know, you got like some attributes that you're more able-bodied than able-bodied people, but then you're like, like so there's certain things you can't do. So it's a weird combo of what you got going on.
It really is, man.
You,
Like
you,
how
me-
many people could do like a muscle up in a wheelchair and do handstands?
you mentioned earlier you played high school football.
Mhm.
What position did you play?
Defensive tackle and kickoff.
Right on.
Yeah.
How was kickoff?
I
That'd be
actually
fucking
I did
scary,
great
dude.
Kickoff, dude.
What? What did the other team think when you were coming at them? Just
straight
fucking.
Oh man, at first, dude.
I
So
shit
at
my
first
pants.
it was kind of easy.
I'd be like, what the fuck's about to happen? Like, what do I do?
They didn't do shit at first. To be honest with you, they really didn't do shit.
just
They was
think
like kind of like, and I like tackled. I so I got like
Just straight up wrap him around.
Yeah,
the
the first time I ever
ankles.
got in, dude, I was about to quit. Be honest with you, like I sat out a bunch of fucking games, right? Like, and I was like, but I would practice my ass off, dude, and I got tired of sitting out. Well, the fucking news showed up to this game, right? And then they're like filming and shit, and then I'm like sitting out. And I told everybody, my Rudy moment. I told everybody, I was like, dude, if I don't get in, I'm fucking quitting. Yeah. So I did have a Rudy moment, right? Legs. Called me in, boom, I got 2 sacks and a tackle, right? Back to back. Then they started blocking me a little bit. Then I had a
And these were legit ones, right? This wasn't like
they were
like when they let the dude with Down syndrome score the touchdown.
No, so the first sack, he kind of let me, right? He was just like, oh shit. Second, he tried to stop me. I kind of like did like a little like boom, boom, and I got and then still got the sack, right? Then he was like, oh shit. Third one, he laid on me, but like as he went to go lay, I kind of like backed up real fast, and I still got the tackle. Yeah. So he was like, "Oh shit!" Like they didn't know how to kind of handle it. But man, and then I started. So then I started from that day on. But I mean, that was like 4 games into the season. The season's only 10 games.
Well, I think that's like people don't realize you can fucking move on the ground, bro. Like what's your fastest 40 time? Like 5 flat?
5 flat.
Most people that can't run a 5 flat. This dude's skedaddling.
Yeah, that's what tripped me out the most. How fast I was with my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen you skedaddle a few times.
Because I promise, like I had a knack for where the ball was going. I think I would be. Oh my god, I would hate to see what kind of athlete I would have been with legs.
JJ would have been your bitch, huh?
Man, it'd have been.
He'd been looking for a spot. He'd been on the Texans.
Because even like, I mean, I don't know how big I am till I sit like next to people. You know, I sit there, I'm like, oh, I'm like a wide ass dude.
But one thing you got to think is like it's got to be like you. Where do you get your work ethic from? Because like I mean, I played like high school lacrosse and basketball up until 8th grade, but it was never really gave a fuck about sports or anything until like after my injury. And
see, I worked out hard though. Like I worked out hard. I like the working out aspect where I did the sports. You know, at that sometimes. Yeah. So like I kept working out. But I mean, I went through a phase where all I was doing was like drinking and partying.
Yeah, I think everybody does that.
Everybody does that.
Everybody does that.
Falls out for a little bit. Then
a lot of people are still doing that.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
It's so relevant.
Yeah, I mean, I just recently started like not drinking again. I ain't gonna say that, but like drinking more.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to drinking, but I'll share beer with the old lady. You know?
I just got back from the Caribbean, so no comment.
You were
all inclusive place.
Yes.
I only went out like 2 nights because I enjoyed scuba diving and I didn't want to like get fucked up and miss the boat.
Oh, I didn't think, but I'm not getting drunk and going scuba diving. No effing way. No. I started coughing in the water. I thought I was gonna die. And I was in a pool. For real. I got my, what do they call those?
Have you done the training? Or the kind of the demo?
Yeah, but I know. I mean, I feel
not your thing?
No, I like it.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not that fucking hard. I mean, I'm sure there's like advanced
I
shit. Like I can clear my mask.
No,
and, like, I'm not
it's
an idiot to like shoot myself.
Really not that hard. Yeah.
I don't think it should be that hard.
Nah, I feel like skydiving should be more like hands-on training than scuba diving.
Oh, you trying to go like a solo dive?
I would like to. Well, I don't know.
There's guys that do it.
Know. I'm kind of scared. I love airplanes. And I
there's a dude from Canada that he base jumps.
Man, I don't know about that shit. I went to in Illinois. We were in Chicago.
I could see you base jumping.
Sears Tower or whatever. Went over the edge. Have you done that?
Yeah.
You see down below. There's like
what do they call that? The edge or whatever.
Scared the shit out of me, man. There's no way I could jump off something.
Yeah.
I think
have you ever done skydiving?
I've done the indoor, like I fly. Okay. I've done that a few times. I like that.
I've never done that, but I've gone skydiving 3 times, and honestly, the first 2 times I got 0 fucking rush out of it. Really? Like I don't even think my heart rate went up. But then the 3rd time, I hit my pen at the right time.
Oh,
and peaked at the right moment.
See, I'd freak out.
And it was fun.
I've heard stories of people breaking their legs and shit. I don't want to break a leg.
Yeah, well, the place we go to, it's up in...
we're from like the...
Well, so I'm tall, right? And I hear that taller people have to have their legs taped to like the other person's legs when they're jumping, like the everybody they're jumping with, so they're not like fucking...
Well, we do, we use Skydive Midwest, and they're just south of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah. So you're right on the Lake Michigan. And on a clear day, you can actually see downtown Chicago and downtown Milwaukee. But they put you in a special like jumpsuit, and it has like ratchet straps. So
okay.
yeah, they pop the chute, and then when you're about to land, you lift your legs up and then you pull down the straps. You can have your instructor do it.
Suit deal.
Yeah, so then you land, your knees are tucked up.
Yeah, so mad you're not petting him.
I know. He likes me petting. Bitches love me. We ain't a bitch, but you know.
But yeah, they're cool, man. We go with them once a year, and then over the summer we're always just rotating through. So
yeah,
if you're ever,
I need to do that, man. Like I'm
you should. You told me like you do the iFly thing. You're like a damn acrobat.
Oh, I was killing the iFly thing.
Yeah.
Like flips.
See, I think it'd be easy for you to go just become a solo diver.
Fucking easy. Yeah.
But you gotta go through a certain.
There's some training involved.
It's like 2 or 3 though. Like so I don't think it's a whole lot.
Try tandem first, and if it fucking makes your dick wiggle, like I'd invest in it.
Yeah. Anything makes your dick wiggle, you gotta invest in it.
Yeah, I definitely like my dick being wiggled. By any means.
Yeah.
Is there like anything that like I guess this goes out to both of you? Any wheelchair thing you've wanted to do that you haven't done yet?
Maybe not like wheelchair specific.
Like sport or like.
Well, I'm signed up to do a marathon in my rugby chair because I think doing them in your hand cycles for pussies.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, and like I thought about doing it in a track chair too, but then I was like, that's still an advantage. Like a marathon's supposed to be challenging. Like not any fucking Joe Schmo can do a marathon.
Yeah.
And it bothers me when everyone's doing them in hand cycles, and I'm like,
yeah.
You guys are fucking taking the
shortcut.
shortcut.
Bullshit. I mean, if you're gonna be on a hand cycle and I'm a run.
Yeah.
Come on.
If you're gonna do a hand cycle, like do something.
If you're gonna run,
do something serious. Do like fucking ride across the country. Then I'll be impressed.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing I would like to do is I don't want to do a hand cycle necessarily, but I want to get one of those like like little power. So like they got the little power things you can have on
the Firefly.
I guess that's what it's called. I'd like to get one of those and like push maybe across the United States. Like if I had like could take off a year from work or some shit and like do that.
A year?
It'd take me a minute because I ain't trying to hurry, but you know.
I just found out about this thing, but so the spinoff of Project Walk in LA is called Nextstep Fitness, and the owner of it's a guy named Yanni, and he just rode his electric bike and power chair from LA to DC.
See that I'm in on that.
Yeah, but I just found out about this thing, and it's like almost like imagine like a electric powered off-road hand cycle, but there's no cranks. It's just a fucking.
That's what I want.
It's like an electric trike, I guess.
Well, that's what I want because like hand cycles are cool, but like you can't like take that bitch to like the woods and shit because like the turning radius is like. A whole city block.
And then you got hills that you got to crank up.
Yeah, I want some like agile, like those downhill mountain bike. That's one thing I'd like to try. That downhill like wheelchair mountain bike. Yeah. That's pretty badass. But I want one of those with like electric motors on it, so you kind of like a little 4-wheeler, but you could take it everywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
I gotta find the name of the thing, but and I was just I don't know. I found him on Instagram. I was like, damn, that fucking thing looks kind of cool. But
I like to make more adaptive stuff. Like you're talking about like adaptive jet skis. But I wish they had like more shit. You know, I'm trying to make this world concrete and flat as much as I can.
Man,
I think eventually I want to do the Baja 1000.
That would be
in a side by side.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah. Ooh, either in a side by side or if I can find a sponsor like a full blown trophy. But yeah, I think a side by side.
Cool.
It should be in the near future. We'll see.
Justin should do that. That'd be crazy bastard.
Alright.
Yeah, have you guys ever driven one of those like side by side?
I haven't driven one. I don't think I've driven one, but I've ridden in one.
Yeah.
And I have such an appreciation for those things. I always see those things like on the back of people's trailers and shit. And I'm like, why do y'all spend like $20,000 on something and you can go buy like a brand new truck damn near for $20,000?
Or build a Jeep.
Yeah, but then I took one I was riding in one and we were going through some shit, man. At like
I've never really rode a badass one.
I haven't rode a badass one either, but man, the one we were in was like a mule or something, or a Ranger. Okay. This thing was just taking everything we were doing and just like smooth. I was like, this is why people buy this.
Polaris donated a 1000 XP to Oscar Mike, and like, I mean, I went skydiving. I mean, this was like I think after the first time I went skydiving, I was like, I didn't get a rush from that. Like my heart didn't even skip a beat. But then a couple days later, we took the Razor out driving, and the first time I jumped it and launched it, I was just like,
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
that feeling you get with when your
Never
fucking
showed
heart
up
sinks in your
already,
chest.
So that's one thing I like. Like if I win the lottery today, I'm
Oh
building
yeah,
a
we're
Cripple
having
compound.
some fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we're building a Cripple compound. Like we're having shit like that.
Yeah.
I want an indoor go kart track.
Mhm.
Indoor, yeah.
Basketball.
I want an invite only gym.
Dude, we went
That'd be kind of cool.
when I was on Team US in 2017. We had this long extended like resident camp. I think it was like 18 days or something. It was ridiculous, and we were down in Alabama, and it was just like, so they always give us the day off, and our group activity was they took us out to like one of those family fun centers.
Oh yeah.
They had like, you know,
Go-karts and
they
shit.
had mini golf and go-karts.
I
And,
love those places.
dude, we convinced them to let a couple guys transfer in. And some of the guys that have kind of function were
Put their foot on
doing the
it.
pedals. The other guys were steering.
Oh god.
And dude, it was, yeah, I think we took over like 4 cars and just.
That's awesome. Yeah, they need that. That's kind of stuff they need more of. Like
Those
adaptive
carts are
things.
fucking badass too. Like,
They are, and
the like the shifter carts.
well, now they have ones that are like electric. Like they're the electric
I bet you
stuff's
the
like
electric
they
ones,
get it
yeah.
too, you know. But like the electric ones, you can run that so much with the trigger, you know. Like they need more like
Yeah.
hand control.
I
kind
rode
of
a
stuff.
skateboard like that. Like a skateboard that had a.
Oh,
I think,
that would be badass for you.
I rode
It's
one.
You
got, like,
remember
great-
that?
Then you turned it and said it.
Remember that arcade game? It was like the wake boats, and it just the throttle was just
Yeah, yeah.
you can do that with an electric motor and a go kart.
Right.
Pretty tough into that.
What's
Yeah,
going on? What's going on, Elon Musk?
I went on my first day with Maria.
Hey, what's going on, Elon Musk? Make it happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Come on,
Yeah,
dog.
and then come on the show and smoke some weed.
But
Yeah.
you did, I saw that shit when you and Tommy, where the airport y'all get stuck at? So these,
Oh yeah, I cruise controlled it.
yeah, so like these dudes got stuck, what airport did y'all get stuck in coming back from Spain?
Dallas, Fort Worth.
Oh, so y'all drove, I still went that far. So they got stuck in Dallas. And I look
4
on,
hours
on
out.
Zach's Snapchat, right, and I guess they just got a rental car and drove.
It's hauled ass.
Well, Tommy got tired driving.
What's that, like a 7-hour drive?
That's like
Yeah.
3, 4.
That's it?
Yeah, it's not too far. But, I guess Tommy got tired driving, so Zach hops in the driver's seat.
Mhm.
No hand controls.
Mm.
Hops in the driver's seat and like I think it's on not Snapchat but Instagram.
Yeah.
Of him pushing the gas
Yeah.
With your
Getting up
hands?
steep,
Uh-huh.
and then like all the cripples.
Oh,
are
and
on
hitting
drive,
the
you know.
cruise.
Y'all know how to use the cruise control, so
Sit back,
Yeah.
got cruise control for
yeah,
a
'cause you're just
while.
on the road for like forever, you know.
I drove. Yeah, I did the last 2 hours.
Did you make it into town? Like, did you drive in Houston?
I did the whole last 2 hours.
You came all the way. Got to
Yeah.
like switch out when you got.
We even picked up ice. And
That's some crazy. What's like? You've been around a lot of crippled people that drive. Like, have you seen any like crazy like hand control situations?
I've seen like people use like shower chair legs, like those portable shower chairs.
Yeah.
I've seen them just use that as hand control.
I've recently found
Golf
out
clubs, putters.
one of my friend Michael. He drives with a cane,
yeah.
not attached to anything. Just
Yeah.
a straight up cane in Houston traffic. I'm like, bro, I'd have run into somebody a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah.
I know a
I've
pair.
done it a long time like that.
Man.
Yeah, I know a pair that does that with an old Chevy truck that doesn't even have power brakes.
Oh shit.
I'm just like, dude, what the fuck?
My eyes
drive
could.
like a
He's like, I just get my workout in.
I did a
Right.
PVC
Like,
pipe and
that
I had
makes
like
sense.
a tennis ball. And
push it. Shit, bro.
I got pretty fast at it too, though, bro.
I done it on a golf cart before with a putter, but I ain't not a real cart. I like real hand controls.
Yeah, the one thing I wish my trucks had was that adaptive cruise control.
Man, I tell you what, that is one thing I'm in love with.
Chevy wants way too much for fucking that option.
Just that thing in general. Like, if you haven't driven a car with adaptive cruise control and lane assist, you would miss.
I don't want the thing that stops when like you're about to run into something, because like there might be a situation where you might need to run into something, you know. But like, you know what I mean? Though, like,
yeah, you turn that shit off, you want to ram something.
yeah,
But
yeah, but like if you know someone like.
texting and
If
driving,
someone comes up and just jacks your dog and takes off in a truck and all you have is a truck, you're gonna fucking want to run into him. You're not gonna have time to fucking
like a
hit
force
buttons and
field.
shit. Yeah, you imagine fucking almost hitting him and it's fucking your car stops and they get away.
I mean, yeah, true that. I'm guessing they're not thinking about that.
No,
option.
I got steel bumpers. I'll be
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, those things have been fucking backed into and rear-ended fucking.
Yeah, that's one thing I
4 or
would say
5
though, like
times,
for
man.
quads especially, man. Adaptive cruise control and lane assist is going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, you don't have to really
Or
drive
just
those
self-driving cars in
things.
like
That's pretty much
fucking,
what it
what,
is.
15, 20 years, I think.
Yeah. Close to it, man. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about like the kids that are being born now. Like they still might have to learn how to drive. but their kids aren't gonna have to learn
It's
how to
gonna be
drive.
crazy.
No, I don't
Imagine
think so.
explaining to your kid. I mean, you have any no kids, nothing.
No, man, I dodged all those bullets.
Man, it's just gonna be. I couldn't imagine being like, yeah, let me tell you what caller ID is. You know, like,
Right?
fuck.
Dude,
Bro.
What is a flip phone?
I brought that up on the last podcast about like caller ID and having to call girls and like hoping they pick up and not their dad.
Yeah.
Like, and they pick up, you're like, oh hey, hi Mr. Anderson.
Well, it's like kids will never know the awesomeness
Wait till after
of
9. That's when peak out. You know, like when I
Oh,
get 3
right,
hours.
yeah.
or like AOL Messenger, MSN Messenger.
And
that's how I learned to type.
sex
man.
location.
And ASL, baby.
Texting really wasn't that big of a thing.
No.
Texting
I
was
wasn't
25
down-
cents on text.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that, and then
Yeah.
you had to do like the AAA, BBB, all that bullshit.
I was
to go
quick
through.
at that.
Yeah, the T9. I was good. You know what I miss about that though is you could be in class and fucking shoot out text messages with the phone in your pocket if you.
Yeah, just looking straight at teacher.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I was never
Yeah,
that good.
I was good, dude.
Yeah.
I would just be like,
That's really good.
I ain't good.
Yep. Then you kind of peek down.
I tell you what, kids, if y'all can't pass college these days with an iPhone, y'all are even idiots because they got an app for everything.
Yeah.
You can take a picture of like a math problem; it'll tell you the solution.
Dude,
how it got there.
what was like your go-to cheat sheet move in high school? Did you guys ever fucking
Okay,
do
my
that?
go-to cheat sheet was like we had computer at the house, so like I would print the answers out in like super fine print. Remember those like Bic pens that like they're real shitty ones?
Yeah, and you
They're
pull
kind
it
of
apart.
like you pull it apart.
Make them a spit wad.
Well, no, it's
shooter.
kind of like a magnifying glass
Gotcha,
on one
gotcha.
side.
Yeah.
So I make
Oh,
real
yeah,
fucking small
yeah.
and then put the paper in there to where it was like you could see the.
Oh my God,
the
he got
answers like
scientific.
That's some
Pretty much.
James Bond shit right
Yeah.
there.
I
Trying to
wrote
get caught.
the whole lyrics of De Caloris on my skateboard.
You just flip that bitch over. And
I know, dude. I literally had like I took my grip tape off where it looked all like.
Oh, you're
shiny.
on the top.
And I was like, wrote the whole motherfucking. So I had it underneath the desk. I was like, yeah, De Caloris, De Caloris.
Yeah, dude.
So
I realize
Pitbull,
now, like, if
something
I was in
like
high
that.
school, I could put cheat sheets, like,
Yeah,
on the
right.
side guards and shit.
Yeah, they don't look, dude. Yeah.
No, my go-to was, I'd always, I was kind of a belt buckle guy,
Mhm.
so I'd always write them on the inside of the buckle.
Oh, that's
Lean
smart.
back.
You're just like, man, don't be looking at my dick.
Yeah,
Too.
just lean back.
Yeah.
Just my dick here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Hey,
me.
don't worry about me. I'm just.
Let me see your dick.
That's how I got through Spanish, man.
Man, that's how, no shit, that's
the
how
one-
I learned to speak.
the
No,
one-
to
the-
cheat was in Spanish.
no.
The one fucking
No.
class I wish I would have took serious in high school.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, but I
No.
learned a lot of bad words and how to cheat in Spanish class. I
Yeah.
had a soft teacher though. Like we'd take the class like she was kind of a pushover, first year teacher. Poor
Dude,
thing.
so was ours, and I feel bad. I wish
I
I could
felt
reach
bad,
out
too.
to her and just be like, I'm sorry, I was such an
I felt like
ass.
she was really cool. She's
Spanish?
from Ecuador. She's from Ecuador.
I figured out how to call the house phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it had the extension. It was just the first 3 numbers of the high school, and then the number on the phone.
No shit. I gave
Yeah.
my teacher so much shit. She was like, if you will just answer these questions in Spanish, you'll pass. So I was like, all right. So I would put yo no sé on everything. That means I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I would just answer all the questions. Yo no sé, yo no sé, yo no sé, yo no sé. She passed me.
You're an asshole, dude.
I am an asshole, but hey, if you're gonna tell me you just answer in Spanish, I won't answer in Spanish.
Alright, I feel you.
You may not like my answer, but it's in Spanish.
Yeah.
The American education system, dude.
Hold on. Watch out, Ferg. What's your big head?
So you guys both, Texas, pretty much born and raised?
Pretty much. Louisiana, but.
Oh, yeah, whereabouts?
Lake Charles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did.
That's
6
pretty much
years
right
in
across the border, right?
Yep.
The craziest part about that is that's like, I think the longest stretch of interstate.
Oh,
Ever.
God, so.
Oh, for sure.
Because it goes up to what, like 876 miles or something? Like the
Where?
mile marker?
Oh, man, it goes
That's a long
on
ways.
for a ways.
Long
Yeah. You don't quite get to 900. I'm talking about exit numbers.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because California, north to south, is only like 798.
That's a good question. I don't even know.
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
I want to say last time I made that drive, because I used to live in Alabama, and we'd come out to Houston, and I would just drive.
I drove to Dothan, Alabama one time from Houston, and I thought my life was over. It's the longest damn drive. It's like 10 hours, 11 hours.
It takes about 10 to get to Birmingham, so I
Yeah.
imagine Dotham's probably about.
Oh,
And there ain't shit. What were you doing in Dothan?
I sell wheelchair
Yeah.
vans, so come out weird
Oh,
for me.
gotcha.
And wheelchair van accessories, dude. You
And
gotta start saying
accessories.
And accessories,
I'm not
bro.
getting on business cards and shit. But yeah, that was a long trip. But I found out some cool shit in Dothan. They like make
it. Dotham's
rockets
cool.
there.
Yeah, Dotham's
Yeah, it's
cool.
kind of a small town, but they build rockets and shit.
That's the route I always take when I go to try to get into like Florida.
Yeah, I'm
You
on
just
that 10 and
yeah.
shit.
Well, whatever that freeway that connects Montgomery and
Oh, right,
Dothan.
I gotcha. And like
it's like
Tallahassee
it's like
or
280 something, but it runs right through like Troy.
Yeah.
But Dotham's where I always stop and like hit up the Bojangles.
Yeah,
Bojangles?
Have you ever had Bojangles chicken?
Man, I've heard of it.
It's my favorite. I mean, people argue, say like Popeyes, Church's, or Zaxby's, or
Popeyes.
Chick-fil-A,
Yeah,
or
I like
whatever.
Popeyes.
No, dude, Bojangles is where it's at.
Yeah, what's your favorite chicken joint? I'm trying to think. Chick-fil-A's up there, but it definitely is not number one. I'm thinking
Chick-fil-A's cool, but
they're kind of.
this might be kind of sacrilegious, or like I might get beat up for saying this, but I'm not about it. I'd rather go to Carl's Jr. and get a fucking $1 spicy chicken.
No.
I'll do Carl's Jr.
I'm not down.
But
Chick-fil-A breakfast, I'll give them that.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A's all right. I'll say if you're in a pinch and you don't know your surroundings, Chick-fil-A's a good call. But I'm a
blinking.
damn it. Well, we're out of juice.
Alrighty.
It's all good, man. The last one I ran at, my laptop died.
All the way.
What's that?
It,
Oh, it's dead.
okay, cool.
That battery
We're
died.
still good though.
Huh? We'll keep it.
Yeah,
going.
we're just the audio. I think my shit just died too, but I'm on backup too.
All right, we can wrap it up.
Yeah, you want to wrap it up? It's been an hour and a half.
Start.
Yeah, let's finish the topic though, because I feel like when you're in a wheelchair, you fucking you become kind of like a fast food, or at least a drive-through connoisseur.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Man, that's the one thing. If you're in a wheelchair, if you can do drive-through anything, is the best.
Do you have drive-through Subways?
A couple
We have
places.
one.
Yeah,
around
we got one around me, and
Yeah.
that was a lifesaver because it was like, well, I don't want to fucking go to Jack in the Box again, or
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived in Corpus Christi, and that is I believe it's the fattest city in America, or at least it was at one point. And the reason for that, they had drive-through everything. You get your oil changed in a drive-through, not even have to get out of your car.
yeah.
I was like, man, that's a safety issue.
I had that. I had that at like in Alabama
Yeah.
or in Oregon if I wanted drive-through.
right.
We don't have drive-through liquor store. I'm trying to get them to
They
do
have
it.
that here in Texas.
So the dispensary that I normally go to in Oregon, where it's legal, is
Shout out Oregon.
used to be an old pizza joint. It used to be a Pizza Hut, and it's still got the drive-through.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to convince them to just fucking open it up so I don't have to get out of my truck.
Right?
Cause like I mean, I love my truck, but it takes 3 minutes to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. I'm in the same
And,
boat.
yeah. And the amount, how much do you buy if you don't?
Oh no, yeah, I stock up.
So that's one thing. Like, are all dispensaries like this? When I was in Colorado, like I went to this dispensary and like you go in, then it's like a doctor's office. I feel like you go into like a waiting room, and then they're like, "Hey, you're Herbista or whatever the fuck they call it."
What year was this?
It's like last year or 2 years ago, something like that.
I've never been to a Colorado dispensary.
Yeah, they were like your what do they call them? Like it's like a brewista but for weed.
Bud tender.
Bud tender, that's what it is. Your bud tender will be right with you. And you go in like this like little room that's like separate from the actual like room where you like
Yeah.
everything is. And they come
We
and get
have
you, bring
we
you in, like,
we have like a check-in.
yeah, that's what
And,
this is. Like
yeah,
a
and they just run your ID, put you in the system.
That's sick. That's cool.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like Walmart. You just go in there like grab a bag of this and grab a bag of that.
It's like going to a liquor store, but you always look under 21. And they just check your ID real quick.
Fair enough.
I know a lot of people that are going to be out of business if it ever gets legal in Texas.
Well, those people just need to step their game up.
All
and
the
start-
underground
start
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they said that's still happening over there.
It's fucking America, right?
Yeah.
I mean, capitalism.
We'll just find
crazy.
something else to go underground with.
Yeah. That's it.
Some gasoline or some shit.
That's it. Man.
Start siphoning gas.
Right.
Was that ever a problem here?
No.
I siphoned
We
gas
make
when I
it
was
here. We
younger
got
days.
plenty of gas.
It
yeah.
fucking, dude, like, I'd never happened to me, like, knock on wood, but for a while there when we were the meth capital of
Oh,
the
shit.
nation, it was fucking, people were siphoning gas, fucking, yeah, they'd follow you home. It always happened to, all the buddies that it happened to me, they had just filled up, like, the night
They're, like,
before.
following you home from the
Yeah,
fucking gas
they
station.
had just filled up the night before, because they wanted, you know, if they're gonna fucking,
Oh, yeah.
if they're gonna
Get a
take the
whole
risk,
tank.
they want a full load.
I remember I first siphoned gas before. I siphoned gas before, dude. This sucks when
Yeah.
you get like a mouthful.
But
I've
they
done that
didn't even
too.
get to the point where they cut out your catalytic converter.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, because
Oh,
it's got
shit.
platinum and shit in
Yeah.
it, so they fucking.
That would piss me the fuck
Yeah.
off.
Dude, there was some fucking dude, some tweaker, stole a bronze statue, melted it down, and got like $40 worth of fucking bronze for it. And the statue itself was worth like 10 G's.
Oh, shit. Like, you dumbass. Yeah, that's a stupid criminals thing.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
I know a dude who bought like an engagement ring for like 4 G's, and then she said no, and he sold it for like 600.
Oh, that happens a lot.
Oh, well, there's dudes
That's why you always buy jewelry.
There's dudes that huck it off fucking bridges and shit.
Yeah, like fuck,
like,
fuck
that
bitch.
bitch.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking sell that shit. Buy yourself a fucking
I
used.
swear
Buy yourself a
the next bitch
used
would
Trans
get-
Am.
The
you
next
know?
girl would get that same fucking. I'd be like, hell no. She ain't never
No,
gonna
dude,
know.
no, dude. You fucking pawn that and buy a fucking Trans Am on Craigslist.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? My friend Desiree from high school, her and her boyfriend at the time, he would always buy her like really nice like promise rings and engagement and all that bullshit, you know. And she'd get pissed off at him because he was like kind of out tomcatting around, and she'd throw them. And I told her, I was like, Desi, you've thrown like $10,000 worth of fucking rings in the fucking field across from his house. Give them to me. I'll give you half.
Dude,
you know?
I'd
like,
fucking,
make a deal around here. Don't be stupid.
I'd fucking find a metal detector. And
Oh, no shit. That's what I should do. That's probably still out there. No shit. Ain't nobody looking for it.
do that shit with like a track chair. Just
Yeah. Man, I have an idea for a track chair. Any track chair companies listen, y'all definitely need to hit me up. I have an idea where a track chair could go completely underwater. Still work.
It's a good
So
idea.
if y'all want to find out, revolution.
Is that your lazy way of like scuba diving?
No, I want to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Be able to like roll all the way into the water and be able to like swim
Float out.
shit and then get back in there
Yeah.
and drive out.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
Oh, I know how to
Seal
do
everything
it.
off.
Problem solved, baby. It's all up here.
Yeah.
Up and on. Yep.
Well, they just added suspension to like the action track chair.
Yeah, man, they need that shit. I tell you what, them things are bumpy as fuck.
Yeah,
You ever in one of those?
No.
Track chair? Fuck, bro.
They're cool. I was dogging.
What's that?
The 3 wheels.
No,
this is
it's
like a track.
it's like a tank. It
Shit.
looks like a
You've
tank.
seen them, right? Tank ones? Tank chairs?
Not really, no.
But
Yeah, they're fucking.
they're cool. They're slow as shit. I used to dog them, but I took one out hunting. Like when I went out hunting in Eastern Oregon, and it fucking made the trip. Because if I had to do it in a wheelchair, I'd just been like, fuck this.
Right.
No shit.
But yeah, we were going.
game
Yeah,
changer.
we were going up like steep ass rocky terrain, and I mean even then like there's been people that like will fucking flip the chairs and shit, like because you're going up some steep fucking terrain, like side
What's
hilling
that
it. And
fifth wheel you put on, you detach and put on the back of your chair and it helps you out sometimes? Like,
Smart drive.
yeah.
I have
Is
one.
that shit
I
pretty
got
legit?
one.
It's
Is that
killed.
pretty
It's
legit?
killed me.
Yeah,
It's
for
killed me more times than it's fucking helped me.
No shit.
I
Man,
can't. I can't ever get it to work when I need it to.
Really, so I was impressed with them. Like, I didn't. When I first saw them, I was like, man, these things ain't gonna work. In the
You know what my
shit
big problem might be
work,
though is
right?
I have the VA fucked up and sent me a kids band, so I got to get it on the very first hole.
Yeah,
And I don't know if
tight.
the fucking sensor's working right. Cause
Well, I got a friend that's a
Yeah,
vet that gave me his because his broke or some shit, and so the VA gave him another one, and then he got to tinkering with it and got it to work. So he's like, "Here you go, bro."
Oh,
So
nice.
so I got one, but yeah, the thing I was really impressed with it. Like when I first saw it, I was like, he and I go shooting together. Like we shoot shotguns a lot. And we go,
Okay.
Like,
You just shoot from there?
yeah, and we do
Like
we do,
plays?
Oh yeah, I do spring.
All
Like,
right.
hey, speaking of that, I want to be on the Paralympic shooting team, and I've reached out to those motherfuckers, like, reached out, how do you say it, to those dudes, like, a few times, and I would love to have, we'll comment back, y'all shout out to me, because I'm a good shot, man. Real fun.
Yeah. I just
Got
did
the
it.
file
I just
on
did it
there.
for the first time like last year.
So much fun.
It is.
Like, so, I'm not a veteran, we've already talked about this, but I am, I think they call them, like, an associate member of the PBA.
Oh, okay.
Like, so you can get, like,
I was just
same shit.
just diving with the president of the PBA,
Oh, yeah?
Al Kovic.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, he broke his leg and shit swelled up.
Oh, no shit.
That's
That's
another story.
Yeah,
But-
I've broke my leg. Have you broken any bones since being crippled?
Dude, no, knock on wood again.
Yeah, no shit.
No, I fucked up my thumb playing rugby, and it's never been the same since. And I don't know what's going on in there. And still haven't gotten an X-ray, but
Yeah.
it still works. Doesn't really bother me a whole lot. But yeah, no, I've been fortunate. I've had a couple bad transfers where I fucking fall and split my eye open, had to get stitches. But other than that, nah, man.
Yeah, wheelchair sports are tough on you, man. Like I was telling Zach the other day, my wrists are fucked because of playing wheelchair basketball. Like that stop-start thing.
Yep.
It's like, messed my wrists
Yeah.
up.
Well, like, I mean, with rugby, like, I wear, like, a gardening glove, and it's got rubber all the way around, and then I use Gorilla Tape. Like, it's got to be Gorilla Tape, and I fucking tape the glove down and then back it up and reverse it so the sticky sides out, and then just, well, you know, when I start going, I use the back of my hands.
I don't see how the
So,
fuck
it's
I roll
like,
like
yeah.
that, dude.
Yeah, the back. I tried that one time and it felt like my wrists were gonna snap off.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for you guys because you have the wrist flexion, but with me, it's like getting that little bit of like extra.
No, I see. I mean, Peacock, like we talked about earlier, that motherfucker gets it, and that's how he pushes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's 2.0s from Portland. His name's Will Grew. The same class as Peacock, and he does. You guys been out to Lakeshore?
I have not. No.
You guys each have never. Okay.
Like Peggy went there, I think, after she. The
Peggy
lady
Turner.
Yeah, Peggy. You know Peggy.
Yeah. So they have. We always do the Lakeshore Mile, and they have an indoor track, 8 laps around the track for the mile. Kind of like a soft. Not quite as soft as this stuff, but it's like a soft rubber.
Shit, we're not recording.
I got a backup on my cell phone.
Right.
But yeah, we have to do that at every tryouts, and Will Grew smoked that time. He's got the record for it. It's like 5 minutes, 20-something seconds or some shit.
Wow.
Yeah, in a rugby chair too.
Yeah, that's really good.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is fucking flying.
That is real. That rugby's hard. That's like. That's one thing I find interesting too is like y'all's hand setup. Everybody's hands are a little different, so like
no two quads are ever the same.
Yeah, your hand prep is all different. Like some dude use like hard rubber pads, some dude just use a pair of like baseball gloves.
Yeah. Some guys don't even use anything.
Yeah.
It took us a while to get Roscoe was the Colombian's name, and he wouldn't wear anything on his nub. And he just pushed it straight skin. I was just like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I've seen like Chuck Aoki does the, like he tapes all his shit.
Yeah, well, he needs to fucking be careful with his shit because he's getting like infected all the time.
Yeah.
So it's,
I imagine.
Yeah, there's been a lot of basketball guys crossing over. Like, I don't know if you guys know like Alex Pabone or.
Alex is a badass.
Yeah.
That dude, he's a dude who plays at UTA.
Okay, gotcha.
The Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy. We're well, I was on the team in 2017.
I'm just impressed that like
he's definitely a fan favorite at UTA, dude.
Oh yeah, well he's a badass.
He's a character, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a character.
When he makes a point, they're like, yeah.
He's loud. Yeah. I mean, you can always hear him like anytime we're watching like,
it's
the game
badass
film.
to have somebody like that on your team, though.
Well, and it's cool. I like him because like he's a badass at 2 sports. You know.
Yeah.
Like he's badass on the UTA basketball team, and he's a badass on the rugby team. You know, like dude, just not a lot of people that can make that.
He's throwing up
disability where he can cross over.
He's throwing up layups. I'm like, there's no way it's going.
He's a good teammate to have too. Like he's a fun dude to like be around.
Seems like it.
He'll say some of the stupidest shit sometimes.
He's been wanting me to go to UTA and like program their workouts for years now, dude. He's been talking about that. Like he really wants it to happen.
Very cool.
I'm like, bro, just get Doug to hire me as a strength conditioning coach, but I don't know how much pay is in a strength conditioning coach adaptive.
Well, yeah, that's one thing I feel like needs, like the colleges, like what I was saying earlier, U of H, like even though they do a lot for like adaptive program as far as like tennis, they're not too much involved in basketball, but in rugby they definitely are.
Yeah, they definitely are rugby.
Yeah, U of H is.
It seemed like it would not be detrimental whatsoever to have an adaptive program there, you know? Like I know in Texas, like recreation therapy, there's only one place in Texas that has like a rec therapy program, like one school.
What school?
Texas State. As far as I'm aware of, there might be more now. But
where are they at?
That's like San Marcos, which is like kind of Austin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be like something.
It's a community college now, but.
What's that?
You said community college?
No, it's like a regular 4-year school.
Oh.
Yeah.
But just all the universities around here, you think they'd be just.
But I'm just saying for U of H to have that much like involvement in the adaptive program, why not? Like, they got a ton of fucking money, you know.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Well, you could sign a team up, you know, a rugby team or a basketball team. I mean, I don't even know. Do they have college rugby teams?
College rugby? No, just because the pool of athletes is just so small. So
a
lot of them are. Yeah, we'll pull over some guys from like the basketball when they get old enough. Because I think there's a rule like you have to be like 14 or something to play rugby.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's real.
So
No.
rugby got
Oh,
TV,
maybe it's you have to be 14 to be on the Paralympic team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, because there's Kansas City's got like an 11-year-old kid that's playing. So yeah, we'll let kids come out and play.
So I want to play with you guys. I'm trying to find like the minimum disability I can get to play rugby.
Dude, you got a bandsaw?
No, well, I'm thinking my wrist thing. Like my grip strength's a
No,
little fucked
God.
up.
You got a hammer? Yeah, just the fucking dumbbell
Like, how much of a
accident.
finger do I have to lose?
I think you have to lose like
John
4.
4 of them
Yeah.
on both, like on one hand or like on
No, combined. So
combined. So
you got to pick your
Two.
4 least.
not
4
losing a
least.
thumb. Definitely
Yeah,
not
yeah,
taking
you
a
wanna
thumb
keep
off.
that
I need
one.
That one. Need these two.
Yeah, thumb and index
Definitely
finger, right?
I'd keep.
Fuck the index finger.
If I could get him back,
Well, these are where you
I'd
get your
start.
strength.
I'd start with the thumb. I think I'd go with the booger finger, and then probably. I think I'd go with the pinky. That way I can.
No, you get all your. So my brother.
No,
has
so you
a
can grip
tendon
a,
up in
so
his
you,
hand.
so you can grip a ball.
Your grip is all in your bottom 2 fingers, man. I'm probably losing these two.
Yeah.
I can pick my.
Because I know a quad who's got thumb function and pinky function, and he can fucking hook a rugby ball across half, and that's the only
That's
finger,
badass.
that's the only fingers he has. It's just the thumb and the pinky.
Yeah, that's one thing I find awesome about rugby. That's why I want to play. Is like I love like the strategy of it. You know, you got the point system. Plus, not only the point system is that every point is different. Every person has, even though they might be a 2 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
They're different. You got to know where to throw the ball at. You got to know, like, oh, that guy can't put his hands up. So if you throw the ball up in the air, he ain't catching that shit.
Yeah,
You're gonna hit the chest.
Yeah, like I'm a 0.5, so I'm like the lowest.
low pointer,
yeah. So if I touch the ball, that means
Well, that makes sense
that
why you
means
got
we
to
all
stick in your
fucked
hands.
up. Yeah, that means
You
we all.
probably put your hands up though, huh?
Yeah, I'm like I
you're pretty
I can catch and throw, but it's not like I want to.
Right.
And if I do, it's because we all fucked up, and I should never touch the ball. But
Right.
no, yeah, it's got a good strategy, and you know what's really fun is like low point tournaments. I don't know if you've ever
You know,
seen
that's
that.
something I like. Steve Curley and James DeBose.
I'm on his team.
Yeah, I love those
Yeah.
dudes. They go out to Vegas or Reno. Or some shit?
We go. The last one we went to was in Phoenix, but we lost our number one. He like had an injury on at a U.S. camp, so he missed out on the tournament. So we still ended up finishing second, but the 2 years prior to that, we were out in Reno, and we took the championship there. Yeah, and then they actually, I think when did you guys have that bad flooding or Katrina? Not Katrina.
Harvey.
That was like
16? Yeah.
So they were out there in Reno when all that shit was going on.
Yeah, maybe that's why I think.
And they got stranded in Reno for, I don't know, a couple days. And they'd wake up every morning like, fuck, I can't believe we're still in this goddamn town. This fucking sucks. Living in this hotel room. And then by like noon, they'd been drinking and gambling. And shit.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say.
I fucking love this place. And then by like 8 a.m., they'd be fucking out drinking.
Yes.
They'd be like, oh man, I don't want to fucking go home. And
Yeah,
then,
James, I texted him on Friday because I needed some like catheters and stuff, and he could help me out. Like I was kind of in a bind, and he messaged me back on Saturday. He's like, I'm in Vegas. Those dudes are always like out getting it. But one thing that's cool is like when he got back from that trip, when Harvey happened, he got to do something that like probably nobody else will ever get to do. He got to ride his hand cycle on the Beltway. Cause like remember that part of the Beltway was like the road sunk. And they had to like. They literally like it's a toll road, so these motherfuckers take like 3-4 years to like make a 1 mile section of road.
Yeah.
But if it's a toll road, they'll build that thing in a week.
Oh yeah.
So they like cut it all out, did all new construction, and during that time, he kind of lives over there where they were doing it, and was able to ride his hand cycle because he's a big hand cycle dude.
Yeah.
He rode his hand cycle and got to ride on the Beltway. I was like, that's fucking badass.
Yes,
Yeah.
that'd be fun as shit.
Hell yeah, like what 10 lane, whatever how many lanes it is, like concrete.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten into the hand cycle yet. Like it's just
Neither.
not really my thing.
It's cool. Like I said, if we could ever come up with one that like had a turning radius that wasn't like a whole fucking bus, I'd get one.
Yeah.
We could put our name on something. That'd be
Yeah. Come on, Performax.
Yeah.
Yeah, we make y'all make wheelchairs. We
best
make
hand cycle in town.
I was looking at the Lasher because I'm looking to try to get a new everyday chair, and Lasher out of Vegas.
Lasher, yeah, I've seen they got
Yeah,
some cool.
they do a magnesium wheelchair, but then they got some fucking cool.
Yeah, they got those
all-terrain
like
hand
off-road
cycles.
ones.
Yeah,
I
they're
kinda-
like
I want to
all-terrain.
look at those.
Yeah, they got like
That's some really
suspension.
nice
You like the stubby tires?
Yeah, for overseas, for sure.
Really?
See, I had some for the longest, but I grabbed the
They
whole wheel. So.
Yeah, then that's how I push. Sometimes is I'll just grab the side knobs and just push forward.
Yeah, it helps out a lot.
I didn't even think about that. So for you guys, that's like kind of like having those nubby.
But it does make the chair a fuck ton heavier though.
Oh yeah, I've only ever had these. I want to get a set of regular wheels, just because this chair is set up kind of. I only use this chair like when I travel overseas, or if I know I'm gonna go like a shitty part of the U.S. or something. Mm-hmm. But it's like set up halfway between my rugby chair and my everyday chair, so I got a little more dump, a little more ergo.
A little more safe while you're cruising around.
And it's not as wide. It's only like an inch wider than my other everyday chair, my tie light, and yeah, I'm able to hit cobblestones and gravel and.
Yeah. I like Mike Box's caster, front caster.
Absolutely.
I told him I wanted fucking frog legs.
Did you see the new frog legs kind of stole his... his concept.
Shout out to Mike Box, that's my boy. I was actually riding airboats with that dude. I was telling Zach, dude, Mike is the coolest.
Dude, I might have seen that picture.
Yeah, I got it on my Instagram. Yeah, check it out, at Brent David Key. Yeah. No, he's got an airboat with hand controls, and him and Bo called me up one day, like, hey, Bo, let's go.
How far is he from here?
He's like in Wharton, which is like, I don't know, an hour or so from Houston.
Okay.
Where Zach is, probably about an hour and a half.
Yeah. But, he was down in Argentina with me.
Yeah, so he's there I think he's there right now, maybe.
Yeah, he's somewhere in South America right now.
Yeah, no, he's in Argentina, because it's like flooding down there. We got all that rain. He lives like right by the Colorado River, and like his shit's like right there. Good thing he has an airboat and go.
Right, yeah. I wonder if he took that to the airport.
Yeah, no shit.
No, man, he's a great dude. He's always it just seems like he's just got like the biggest heart because he's always doing shit. Like
he's like an able-bodied version of us. I feel like if he doesn't have like a lot of money, but the resources he has, he shares them with everybody.
Yeah.
So that's
he was down there just giving him pointers on building rugby chairs because a lot of the countries overseas they can't afford fucking the good shit. So
like rugby chair, I want to be like a chassis or like what do you call them, like a jig or something. Started making my own chairs.
Yeah.
So those rugby chairs, I feel like the ones I see, I ain't seen any brands or nothing, but they're kind of bullshit. Yeah. You're building a fucking tank. Build a tank.
Yeah. Well, you got to factor in the weight.
Oh, I got it all figured out.
Yeah. I just recently got a titanium chair from Melrose.
Yeah. And
it weighs like 23 pounds, light as fuck, but it's a good chair and it absorbs some of the hit, but yeah, man, it's at a point it fucking sucks because it becomes like a money thing.
Yeah.
Because like the Japanese guys, they got their backrests are fucking molded by like Mitsubishi or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's like a $10,000 system. Yeah. Just for the seating system on top of a fucking.
I've seen like those tennis players. I was looking at that this morning on Instagram. Somehow like wheelchair tennis popped up on my timeline. Like weird shit. These motherfuckers have like we have like our calf straps or whatever. Mm-hmm. These dudes got like carbon fiber fucking knee calf leg strap.
It's like a shell. It's an entire shell.
I remember their first year in softball, dude. Their first year in the softball nationals, they were like didn't know what the fuck was going on, right?
Yeah.
The next 2 years, dude, they come back ready. Like all their contraptions were like carbon fiber.
Well, you know what's crazy about tennis? You can make a living. It's like one of the
I've actually been told that by a few.
It's one of the only cripple sports that you can do and fucking make a living.
Dude, I thought about going, dude. I can maneuver my hips.
Dude, if I
you should look into dude. If you should, that's a good one. But you should look into like fucking.
Wow. We should play. Cause dude, you got the same problem.
Dude,
you got long ass arms, so we can bring the heat.
You ever try road racing?
Road racing?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like cars?
No, like Tatiana McFadden. Like
I told you about. I said her name. Remember?
You can make all the fucking money.
I said Tatiana, the cripple girl. I guess like pretty much the Michael Phelps of.
She's like she's like the Michael Phelps of road racing. She does like the New York Marathon, the London Marathon.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, she's been hitting grand slams fucking for a while now. I think she's recovering from an injury or some shit. But
some shit, yeah.
She pops up on the news feed every cycle. And she's a badass woman. They did a sports science on her. And
oh, really?
I wish I was paying more attention to the episode, but like they said, like every race she does, it's like the equivalent of like 25,000 push-ups or some shit in like a hour and a half period.
I wish they'd do a sports science on me.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see
You are
like,
kinda
how
like-
much force I put out by moving like 2 cars or something.
I'd be interested in seeing that because like you're.
Can you tug a car?
I can do
Have
2.
you?
I've done 2.
Yeah.
Like 2 trucks, like a Tahoe and a Ford F-150.
They were doing
You should
some.
do 2. Like attach them.
Yeah.
They were doing some disability awareness thing, I think, in like England, and they had a bunch of dudes in wheelchairs pulling a 767 or something.
See, I did that shit like on my hands, so without the chair, just
Hey, I'll set it up. I'll find the airplane. We'll get
Get
you
that
like a
bitch
G6
going.
or
Pull
something.
a G6.
Well, I like airplanes. So like I think a Citation X if I was a big baller. That's what I'm buying. It's like the Ferrari of the sky. I'll almost go Mach 1. I'll get you pulling one of those.
but
Yeah.
I got pee.
Yeah, we can wrap this up.
Yes.
You guys,
I got pee.
you guys want to give a shout out to your plug anything?
Just check us out on Cripple Coach Talk.
Yeah. You guys
Yeah,
on
at
YouTube,
Pitbull
Spotify.
Ruhl. Find me on Instagram or Facebook at Pitbull Ruhl. And at Brent David Key, find us. Yep, Instagram,
Brent David
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can get the show on YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, we're probably gonna start putting a lot more on
Spotify.
Facebook. I think like there's more crippled people on Facebook than there are like checking out YouTube all the time. So
Yeah.
trying to make it a little bit easier for people. But we'll have it everywhere: Spotify, YouTube. What's the other? There's like a Wave or some shit.
iTunes.
Like that. iTunes, all that. All the. If you Google it, anywhere.
Anchor.
Anchor. That's what I was looking for. Anchor.
Oh right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anywhere you can find podcasts.
Tumblr.
Tumblr.
What's that called?
Grinder.
Grinder.
Tinder.
All right, man. Well, this has been fun.
Very
dude.
nice to meet you too.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
too.
We'll
Yeah.
have to do this again soon. We'll get you guys up to Oregon.